Hey guys, it's me, JM Truth. Keep an eye out on Fight the Flat Earth's channel on Wednesday. I'm gonna prove to the entire community that Shelly stole all my equipment and tried to steal my documentary. I'll be on live with Fight the Flat Earth on the channel FTFE Wednesday. But until then, watch this live stream presented by my favorite YouTuber in the world, UNIRock, and his pal Busy. Me and his pal Busy, we like hanging out together in a back alley, doing illegal things with each other on the weekend. It's fun. Okay, sorry, Busy. I won't talk about our habits right now. But now I'll present to you UNIRock Live tonight, Sunday. Hold on, I gotta look at what date it is. I'm JM Truth. I don't know anything. Nope. Sunday, November 17th, 2019 on UNIRock. Yeah, let's go. Busy, how many times have I told you not to let JM Truth open the show? Well, he messes it up every time, Busy. Busy! I'm not arguing with you tonight. No more JM Truth.
What's good, YouTube? About to do a quick live stream. Now, before anybody get any misconception of why I'm doing this quick live stream, is because UNIRock I consider is actually a pretty cool cat. You know what I'm saying? But I have
meow. Hey, yeah. Hey, ladies, meow. Okay, back to the show.
Been noticing, and this is what kind of bothers me about the direction I notice he's been taking. And I know that people get...
I will cut you.
She's not...
I will cut you. I see you. I will cut 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 you.
She's not fucking around tonight. Yeah.
Straight up. Straight up.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. And on that note, we're gonna take a break.
Damn, Karen. That's my kind of lady. I love gangsters. I love flat earth gangster ladies. Now that me and Shelly aren't hanging out, give me a call, Karen. I didn't know you were so gangster. I'm out.
And then we'll open up the phone. Let's go. Who wants to stop up? Now, next one that calls in, we're gonna tell him to suck your fucking hairy Bigfoot dick. Your Bigfoot dick. Your Bigfoot dick. Your Bigfoot dick. Your Bigfoot dick.
What did you just... Busy, pause it. What did you just say, sir? What did you just say she had? What did you say that she's got?
Now, next one that calls in, we're gonna tell him to suck your fucking hairy Bigfoot dick.
Oh my God. That's right. I reported to you, the community, when Patricia Steer was accused of being a man. I reported it responsibly. I debunked it where I could. Now, a new conspiracy theory has taken root in the Flat Earth community. The conspiracy that Karen B is really Karen be a man. I'm not behind this conspiracy. I don't agree with the conspiracy, and I don't like that it's happening. But tonight, I'm going to explain to you why this is happening and why the flatties have sunk so low. Back, though, let this guy finish explaining the hairy... Well, he'll let him do it.
You want to talk shit? Fuck you.
Yeah, and fuck IPS.
Right? Because we don't need that shit here. We don't need that shit here. Because we don't need that shit here.
Well, hold on, Karen. Now, I swear to God, over the last 4 days, I've played video after video after video of you doing nothing but lying and talking crap and then not accurately describing things that happen. In the real world, that would be called talking shit. Now, if you're the one doing it, and I can prove it with video evidence, doesn't that mean that you are the one talking shit and that we don't need you here, Karen? I'm just saying.
We don't need that shit here. I'll fuck you up when I see you. I will cut you. I will cut you. I will cut you. I'll fuck you up when I see you. I will cut you.
Karen, I wasn't joking. I love a gangsta girl. Give me a call. JM Truth. 1-800-JM Truth. Yeah, baby. Hit me up, Karen. Yeah. Hurry up. I'm lonely. Shelly's gone. I need you. I need you.
To the account, and apparently the account.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I wish.
So I said to him, I said, well, is he still here? And I said, where is he? Because I was going to confront the guy. And he said, I don't know. I'm pretty sure after that incident, I'm pretty sure he bolted pretty quick because, well,
yeah, you don't want to rustle the bee's nest, do you?
Right.
But presumably you'd actually bought a ticket.
No, you can walk in. You can walk into the lobby.
So they didn't buy a ticket.
That's all I did. I walked in the lobby and I ran into.
Also tonight, we're going to talk about Nathan Oakley, Quantum Eraser, and Arwen. They decided to give a recap of all the weird things that happened at the Flat Earth International Convention 2019 that we've witnessed over the last few days. But in classic Nathan Oakley, Quantum Eraser fashion, they don't accurately describe any of it. In fact, it's almost like they're doing Flat Earth damage control. Because they talk about all the things that Nathan Thompson did. They talk about all the things that Karen B did. But when they describe it to the Flat Earth community, they're acting like that these guys were being tortured and harassed by Globers. And I swear to goodness that me and Team Skeptic sat right here on my show the last 3 days and said, just wait till after FEIC. The Flat Earthers are going to lie about what happened and try to frame the Globers as being the ones responsible for all the FEIC drama. And now, with this live stream that I'm going to skip through, and yes, to save you guys a lot of time and not waste your time, I've time-stamped the areas I need to show you. I'm going to prove to you that what me and Team and Sean said actually came true just 6 hours ago when Nathan Oakley premiered this stream. It's like clockwork. We're literally able to predict every dirty lie that these guys are going to tell before it happens.
If I had guessed that I was going to pay a ticket, I just didn't want to get kicked out, and I heard that some people. But hey,
well, no, actually, it wouldn't. You actually would have been fine, except that Jimmy Kimmel's guys ruined it for you. You heard about what happened there? Oh God.
I didn't hear about it.
So Jimmy Kimmel sent a team, right? And we knew they were coming. It was like, hey, can we get press credentials? Okay, sent the team, 4-man team.
That's right. Team finally uploaded Mark Sargent talking about getting trolled by Jimmy Kimmel. We're going to talk about that in a little bit tonight, too. So hold on to your horses. I've also got lots of news articles about the FEIC, so we're going to see what they say because it's pretty entertaining and it'd be pretty fun to make fun of it. Then we've got a lot of propaganda that's being pushed out right now, almost like they believe that they had a good convention and they think that a lot of good things happened. All of that tonight. But where are we going to start, you're asking me? Well, that's right, Busy. I've been challenged to a debate. Me, UNIRock. Challenged to a debate. Will I accept? Will I decline? You're going to have to give me watch time and find out because it's going to take me a couple minutes. I'm going to have to build up to my answer. I'm going to react to the challenge video. And hey, I got to get some kind of watch time out of this. Dread got a bunch of watch time out of challenging me. B-Ball for Life said I was in that live chat in that live stream and super chatted again. It never showed up on the screen. That means he blocked you, B-Ball. That means he got your money, but he blocked you, dude. That's messed up, Oakley. You getting exposed again, son. I'm going to expose him, B-Ball. So anyway, all of that right now tonight. Hopefully we'll get Team to stop by. I don't know what Team's doing. Team's been live a lot today, though. I don't know if he'll make it tonight. Maybe he will. Maybe he'll just jump in for a little bit later. We'll see. We're going to just have our normal live stream. So let's go ahead and roll into it. If you like our show, I'm just asking a request. Send a message to me live. It'll pop up on the billboard. It'll even show your message. You can send it to Streamlabs, link in the About section, or I can just tell you, streamlabs.com/UNIRock Live. It goes through PayPal. It comes through immediately and would really help. You could choose PayPal, too, to send a donation. And those donations tonight would help keep me online more, but it's not required, and I'm going to stream as long as I possibly can for you. Let's just get this pumping and start off with this video. So, Dread, I'm going to play your video and shout out your channel. and be cool. As long as you tell your audience to do the same thing. That's the deal up front. Now, that's really cool of me. And I have no problem with Dread. Dread's been in my live chat many times. I don't have a problem with him. I don't dislike his content. I don't have any issue at all. I just want to make sure that's up front. Am I going to debate him? It's up to Dread. It's up to Dread. As long as he'll go by my conditions, I'm fine to debate Dread. My conditions are very lax, by the way. They are very fair. They are very lax. So let's just get into it and let's react to Dread. Everybody calls him Dread. So question, I'm going to call him for the rest of the show, Question Everything, so that when I say his name, it shouts out his channel. Question Everything. He wants to debate me on the flat earth. And I'm going to give you my candid reaction to his video. Dread, don't get mad at me. I'm just going to be honest. No matter what happens, let me say this. First, a disclaimer. Dread, no matter what happens, do me a solid, okay? Regardless if we end up debating or not, let's have a discussion. Come on my show. I'll schedule you in. Just don't get mad or anything like that if it takes a few days. And because we do set our shows up ahead of time. We do plan things out here. I'm not busy. I'm not like, you know, there's not a whole bunch of people that want me on their show, even though I'm getting lots of threats of false strikes. I'll talk about that later. I'm not going to say the name of the channel. You're welcome to in the live chat when I get to it, but I'm not going to shout out the individual that's threatening to strike my channel right now. They always do, by the way. Anyway, though, Dread, I want this disclaimer. I want this condition. Regardless if we debate or not, I want you to come talk on my show. I've been looking for a flat earther to come talk here where I can find an honest flat earther, somebody that's not like Arwen or Nathan Oakley or Nathan Thompson, somebody that would sit down and actually talk to me, actually be real with me while they're talking to me. M. Stone, there was a dark undertone running through this conference. You could feel it. Word is, this is Robbie's last FE conference as far as coordinator. M. Stone, do you use Discord? Will you please do me a favor? I'm going to drop a Discord link into my live chat right now. Anybody that wants to use it, you're welcome to use it. I'm only going to set it for 25. There is a caveat. In order to join my Discord, you must type your YouTube name into my general chat and tag the moderators, because if we can't confirm you to a YouTube name, we will kick you. Do not get offended if you get kicked. Just email me and let me know who you are, and we will get you back in. Here it comes. M. Stone, please. If anyone else wants to click this Discord link, you can. But please, M. Stone, click the link. I want to talk to you on my show. I want you to join my Discord, and then maybe tomorrow, the next day, or whenever, get you to jump in my general room and actually talk to you about the conference and interview you about all that stuff that happened. If you join Discord, it'll be easier. If you don't use Discord, I can do it through Skype. I can get you in tomorrow night. Let me know. Confirm it with me. If you don't use Discord, UNIRocktv@gmail.com. Got me? All right. Thank you for the donation, by the way. And I appreciate your opinion there. I want to get your entire opinion. I want you to be able to lay out everything that happened, all that when you knocked Nathan's hat off, which I'm very happy you did, and let George know that he is our hero here at this channel for throwing Nathan's phone. I wish he would have cracked it in half before he threw it. That would have been awesome, but he deserved it. Anyway, though, George, I'm glad George didn't get in trouble at least. So... Uni, hey buddy, been watching this unfold, and wow, the way these nutters act is beyond trolling, says Dav. I know, buddy, I know. George is jumping in the heist. I also want to shout out the members of my channel. I just looked at our members last night, and I can't express my gratitude to you guys for joining my channel. With YouTube the way it is now, our live streams are pretty much the only way we get to do our channels. Because if you we don't make any money on ads anymore. So just thank you to everyone that donates and everybody that's a member of the channel. I just want to make sure I say that. I usually say it at the end. I just want to say it now. Okay. Now, let's hear what Dread has to say. Dread, in the very least, though, come talk to me. And yes, I will debate you as long as we can come to terms, and I think we will. My terms are very lax. I'll go through it. Here we go. Let's just get right into the show. If I don't go, I'm not going to go. Here we go.
Misconception of why I'm doing this quick live stream is because UNIRock, I consider is actually a pretty cool cat. You know what I'm saying? But I have been noticing, and this is what kind of bothers me about the direction I notice he's been taking.
Dread, look, the fact that you are giving your opinion on my content in such a, respectful way, I appreciate that. There are so many people that try to tag the name of my channel and make videos that make some criticism of me, and every once in a while I'll click through some of them or whatever, and I'm like, where's the criticism? This guy's just putting me down. This guy's just calling me names. This guy's just saying that I'm a shill. This guy's just saying that George Soros pays me to be a YouTuber. So it's nice actually clicking on a criticism video that actually criticizes me. Thank you, Dread. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I'm not joking.
And I know that people tend to get a lot of views for going after, flat earthers, because flat earthers tend to get a lot of views.
Well, that's the deal. I really don't get a lot of views for going out after flat earthers, honestly. If you look at my channel's history, if you go back and look at my video list, before I started doing this flat earth debunking and stuff like that, I was getting more views. It actually lessened my views to start doing this. But I started doing this because people in my audience, just to answer you, and I'm glad you said this, but because not a lot of people know this, but I started doing these videos because I was asked to by my audience. So many people, either debunkers, and so many people, whether they were flat earthers, were asking me, and I lost some subs. I probably lost like 20 subs the day that I put out my first video. I could probably go find it, but I'm not going to bore you. My first video that was debunking flat earth was me just giving my opinion on flat earth, and I did it, oh man, a year and a half, 2 years ago, I don't know. I forget when, but it was me putting up like Pontchartrain videos not from NASA and pictures not from NASA that show the curve, and then some pictures from NASA, and then the moon being upside down in the southern hemisphere, and many other things, right? Many reasons why I don't believe in a flat earth. I just find it ridiculous. On top of that, I've been through college. I never got a degree. I didn't finish. I went into the military instead of finishing college. I kind of wish I did. When I got out of the military, I finished some classes and I did get some certificates and stuff. Anyway, long story short, though, I've taken physics, I've taken geometry, I've taken a lot of classes, and I am not trying. I will be as nice as possible in this segment responding to you, but I do think that a big portion of flat earth is based on people not educating themselves as much as they could educate themselves. And what I mean is, if you understand the geometry of a circle and the geometry of a flat plane and the geometry of a rectangle and the geometry of other things, if you understand these things and you ask yourself the most basic question, how do we explain the basic thing we see about our world and factor these shapes into play so that we can draw a little model, a little tiny model, like for science class, of the earth and the sun and the moon and what it all does, and make it accurate. The only shape that works is a globe. There's no other shape. I've tried this, Dread. To be honest with you, I did watch conspiracy flat earth videos, and I did give them the respect of listening. I think the first one I watched was ODD TV. And to be real with you, man, there is no shape that explains it. The Terminator line, the moon and the sun. Now, Dread, also, I would pose a question to you. Why do so many flat earth YouTubers skip making a model and then come up with the excuse that you don't need a model? You do need a model. That's just plain lying, saying you don't need a model, saying you don't need mathematics. We all know that's not true. People like Sleeping Warrior, others out there that'll make this argument, they are lying. They are being dishonest. Because let's just say, fine, you don't have to do the math, because it'd be hard to do. I couldn't do it. It'd take me a long time to figure out the math. I could do it, but it would take me a long time. I probably could have done it when I was in college in a heartbeat. Just sat down with some of my friends and got it done. Might have taken a little bit of time, but anyway, my point is, why do they not start at the base with the flat earth and work their way up to the more complex topics. You can't argue that Coriolis says anything about the shape of the earth until you've done the basic part. You understand me, man? You have to. You've got to agree with me there. Because this isn't about conspiracy or the shape of the earth. This is how you basically represent something in the most basic form. If I want to represent a car, talk about how a car moves, I need to be able to draw a car. You got me? Hey! Cork face killer. Thanks, dude. But you get what I'm saying? If I want to be able, if I want to be able to draw a semi-truck and then I understand the physics and the airflow and the air resistance and all this stuff by it, then I'm going to need to at least draw it on a piece of paper. And I can't draw the semi-truck with square wheels. I can't draw the semi-truck in the shape of a rocket. I can't draw a car as a pumpkin. You get my drift here? See, what you guys do when you don't come up with a model for the flat earth and yet talk about how the earth is flat is the equivalent of me, I won't even say it. I don't want to be insulting. Okay. Anyway, you see where I'm going with this? I have put out friendly challenges for years to the flat earth community, and it always gets ignored, Dread. I know why they're doing it, man. I used to be nice to flat earthers. You got me? I used to have long-term members of my first channel that were flat earthers because I would just never address it because I didn't want to. I just thought it was too ridiculous. And then once I finally came out and told people I'm not a flat earther, the earth cannot be flat. It is ridiculous to even put this premise out there. That's when I lost many of my long-term supporters. Not many, a couple. But you get my point. It would have been... It was detrimental to me. It was not in benefit. It took months. It took probably 6 months before anyone even started watching my videos once I started to debunk flat earth. So it's like, to say that I did it for views or anything like that, it's just crazy. By the way, you do know that I have a main channel and that on my main channel, I could just do that content and get a boatload of views. I've shown this so many times, right? Back when I was debunking QAnon and many other stupid conspiracies, one thing that I did, I came to UNIRock too, and people were saying, you just came here for some dumb reason, and so I'd make another video on UNIRocktv, and it would do really well. It would get triple, quadruple. It would get 100 times the views that I got on this channel. So you can't really say that I'm ignoring my main channel with 40,000 subscribers to get views on a small channel. Does that make sense? Like, I'm doing this truly, Dread, because people need to wake up. You want to believe in flat earth because of religion? I'll respect you. Even though I do think that it's wrong, I will say, okay, do it. Freedom of religion. But if you want to believe in the flat earth and go around telling people that it's scientific, then you're lying. And I'm not saying you. I'm saying if someone does that, they are lying. And they need to be checked, in my opinion. And who was that? We got somebody else here. I do. Good to have you back, buddy. I'm glad you remembered up today. Thanks, bub.
And I noticed that he'd been kind of like steering in that direction. Everybody can, whatever floats your boat, you know what I'm saying? Whatever is best for your channel, I understand that.
Well, truly, I don't think flat earth. Now, you have seen me get some success. I've had some pretty big streams in the last few weeks, right? But honestly, it takes somebody doing a lot of videos for a long time to build an audience before they do good. You got me? I started off the flat earth debunking with a very small audience, like everyone else.
But
just saying.
The thing about this whole situation when it comes to UNIRock is that he make a lot of videos. He make a lot of assumptions, but I haven't seen him debate anyone. Now, I have heard him say things about debates, and apparently they're scared to debate him. So what I'm doing in this live stream is I'm actually calling them out. Again, there's no drama, no hate, or nothing like that.
Well, that's the reason why I'm going to accept, Dread, because I do believe you. I do believe you that you don't want drama or any hate, and that's the only reason I'm accepting the debate. And I'll even debate you and put it on my channel, I don't have to stream it here. I could, but
I'll at least upload parts of it here and do all that. But what I want, though, is I want a flat earther that will join my Discord and sit down and actually talk with me, honest and open, and tell me what they think about certain things, certain points, and see if it could be that I'm seeing something that you're not. As in, like, you know, the internet and science and education as a whole are so mammoth topics. And it could be because of, you know, I know, and Dread, I wasn't trying to put you down. When I make a statement about the dishonest flat earthers out there, I'm not saying you, I'm not saying everyone. I know I have a habit of doing that. So, you know, that's bad on me. I do think there are people that believe in flat earth because they, one, listen to other flat earthers that are dishonest, like Jaron and Bob, like Nathan Oakley, like those debates. So anyway, because you're willing to drop the drama and stuff, I will debate you if that's what you want. I would like, regardless of whether we debate or not, I'm accepting the debate. I'm saying that. I want you to come talk, you know, outside of a debate for a while and just hang out. Because one, I think we'd get along. And two, I need a flat earther to come talk. And I want to show them several things that I have that I think no one can see and still be a flat earther after witnessing. And I do think there are honest flat earthers out there. I think there are intellectually honest flat earthers. I think there are people that believe, and they have been shown selective lies. You get me? From, let's say, boats not disappearing behind the curve of the earth. They do disappear. They disappear well before they shrink to nothing as they would do on a plane. You got me? So I think, though, that people hear like ranty flat earth just because I don't like ranty, whether he's dishonest or not, I don't know. But he's definitely either dishonest or just lacks any IQ in his mind whatsoever. And he just parrots what other people say, one of the two. And I think that has an effect on certain people. And those people walk away from the whole thing saying, wow, look, Ranty said that boats don't disappear. Like, I literally watched Ranty Flat Earth film a boat disappearing over the curve of the horizon and then saying to people, what you're actually seeing here is that the boat's disappearing from the bottom up as it goes out because of other reasons than a curve. And it's like, are you joking, dude? Like, what is this? Some kind of magic thing here? Like, if you're going to say that, then show me the science, show me the numbers, and show me how it doesn't, you know, like, you can't just say it doesn't disappear behind a curve, even though I can watch it disappear behind a curve. You got me? Anyway, though, I do want to talk to someone who is intellectually honest.
I want to have a civilized debate, and I'm calling him out. I would like to debate UNIRock too. Now, he can ignore it. He don't have to.
I won't ignore it. I got you. We're good. We can do it. You got to give me a couple days. I'd probably like to do it after we get paid. We get paid from YouTube around the 21st. So I'd like to do it this weekend if that's okay. Why? Because I want to have some caffeine. I want to have some nicotine. I want to have some, like, you know, I want to just have everything, you know, done around the house and everything, you know, taken care of. In the next few days, I got a lot of videos to make, a lot of things to do. I have a stream I'm doing. Let me check the calendar really quick here. I have a stream I'm doing Tuesday anyway, so I wouldn't want to just fit it in Monday and just say, try to rush it out. Let's have enough time to actually be able to chill and actually, you know, talk. So I'd like to do it after Thursday, yeah.
Apply to it. It is what it is. But I'm not scared to debate them.
Yeah, and I wasn't saying you were. I do think Nathan Oakley is. I do think dishonest flat earthers, like the ones that are doing it for money, like Oakley, like Jaron, like Bob, I definitely think they're scared to debate me. And I think they're scared to debate anyone, like Team Skeptic, Cyman Dan, Conspiracy Cats, any of us. Because we have been, like, I know it seems like we just sit here and talk in our live streams and in the videos we upload. No, we don't. I have actually learned what Coriolis is. I've actually learned what many of these arguments are, and you know, how a boat disappears behind. I've learned the equation for the curve of the earth. Even though I need to be able to sit down and do it with notes, I can still do it, you know? So my whole point is, I do think that, like, Quantum Eraser has been challenged to debates over and over. And instead of going and doing it, I've shown you where he sits down and pulls a source from, like, the University of Wisconsin and says, look, this shows that there's a flat earth. We can't have an open atmosphere. Look at this source from the University of Wisconsin. And I go to the University of Wisconsin and find where they actually believe in the ball Earth and the globe. They believe that gravity exists. They believe in the current scientific model, and I see how dishonest Quantum Eraser is. Those are the flat earthers I'm talking about. I don't find it really valuable, really, to try to have a debate with a flat earther that doesn't have a YouTube channel, but I will debate you for sure if you want to. And I wasn't directing that towards you. I just want to make sure you know that. I never considered you to be intellectually dishonest or made that statement directed towards you, even though the fact that I didn't specify kind of did make it that way. So I just want to apologize. I wasn't trying to insult you.
You know, even Steve is a good guy as well. See, I'm not one of those guys that see a person that's a glober or anything of that nature and I automatically hates them. I still treat people like human beings. You understand what I'm saying? It's just,
yeah, and that's the main reason why I'll do it.
That everything to be true when it know for a fact that there's no way that any of these guys who claim that everything to be true when it comes to this globe would in fact be able to beat me in a debate.
Well, I think it's up to the audience who wins the debate, okay? And I think Steve would be a good moderator. I bet Steve would do it. You guys think Steve would do it? Man, I wish that Dredd would wait like 2 freaking weeks and do this on Non Sequitur. That'd be an excellent debate to do when Non Sec comes back up. But, you know, I'm sorry, dude. Like, what are you going to say? That every picture from space is fake? Because you can't do that, man. I can literally pull the pictures into Photoshop. I can literally show you that not every picture of the Earth is a composite. You know, I don't know where it could go. I'm willing to do it, man. I'm just saying the globe does not have, like, I haven't heard one problem that the globe has. Every single time that, let's say, and I'm not saying, because I haven't seen your claims if you've made any. So I'm not directing this towards you, but let's just use Oakley and Quantum Eraser, and then let's throw in Jaren and Bob. Let's throw in Arwen. Let's throw in Ranty. Let's definitely throw in Sleeping Warrior. I haven't seen a single thing that any of them have said that cannot be attributed to a lack of education or to blatant misrepresentation or to a dishonest presentation. Everything they've ever put out or even talked about. So let's say another flat earther puts out something and then one of those people I named covers it. Whatever reason makes them cover something, there's nothing that they have put out, not one thing that cannot be debunked simply, not by just me or just Steve or just Reds or just Team, but by anyone who will study the current scientific model and accept it and use it to figure out whatever it is they're talking about. Nothing. You know, it's bad when the flat earth community has defaulted into saying the second law of thermodynamics disproves the atmosphere. You know that things are bad when the community is at that point. Honestly, I look at the flat earth community and I can't think of a single reason why anyone is still a flat earther. Let's say you go to Nathan Oakley's channel or even Jaren's channel right now, and they start showing you something. You could pause their video, go to YouTube, do a couple searches, and find a debunk for whatever they're talking about right now. That's the beauty of science. That's the beauty of truth, right? And I know people are going to say, but science isn't true. I get you, but people being honest and people being willing, it's not, look, there's not this big thing out there where it's like some money-making thing to debunk stuff. It's not interesting. Do you know who has the leg up when it comes to YouTube videos? conspiracy channels. They've got the leg up. People that debunk conspiracies do not, by any means. I'm telling you, man, it may seem that way for just a couple people, but it's not true.
Because I know for a fact that the things that I would ask or the things I would bring forth when it comes to this globe Earth, they would not be able to give us undeniable evidence that it exists. See, I know a lot of people probably thought I forgot about the flat Earth or globe Earth or questioning NASA and things of that nature. I just think that I just go with what I feel to be important, and that's what I talk about. It is
same here, man.
What it is, and I'm seeing a lot of these guys, and you know, there's that not that many people that cover flat Earth like how it was, like when I came on the scene, and me and a few other brothers came on the scene. It became very popular when we stepped through the door, and a lot of globe Earthers seen the opportunity to ride that wave, and they rode that wave, built their platforms up. And that's all they talk about now. They don't switch it up because that's all they have. They built their names off the backs of flat earthers. And that's true. You know, I mean.
Well, that could be true. That could be true for some people, but it's definitely not true for me. Yeah, sorry. I mean, if you want to add up the views, I've got more views on video game videos on this channel here, because it used to be a gaming channel. I've got more video game views than I do Flat Earth channel debunk views. That's a fact. By the way, let me show you something. The videos I have right now that are getting views in the algorithm, they aren't Flat Earth videos. Flat Earth debunk videos that I do. The ones that I have right now that are getting a lot of views. This one, Kate Yup Mystery Solved. This is YouTube commentary. The most views that I get is doing basic YouTube commentary. And it's been that way for me since my main channel. When I look out on YouTube and I see that something is trending and something is getting talked about by a lot of people, and I go in and do a response, that's when I get a lot of views. My other video right now that's getting a lot of views is I did a video about the angry video game nerd. That would fall under a video game video, in my opinion. YouTube commentary / video game. This one just popped up. It had like 3,000 views 3 weeks ago, and it's gained 10,000 in the last couple weeks. This one gets views a lot. I mean, my point is, if you scroll through my stuff, man, my nightly live show has always got anywhere from 1.5 to 7,000 views a night for the last 2 years, or the last year and a half. So it doesn't matter what topic I bring to my nightly show, it's going to get views. Whether I did a video on Halloween stuff. I mean, it doesn't, like, my nightly show is just a nightly show. We all come here to hang out, a big community of people. So, you know, we just have fun. It's just any topic out there. Yeah, right now, I actually took a break from Flat Earth for a week and a half or 2 weeks, just like a month ago. I don't know. And I got just as many views then as I do any other time. So it's like, I don't know, man. Okay.
It is what it is. It was a smart move. You know, I don't take nothing from him. But if anybody know who UNIRock is, his channel is UNIRocktv. Just let him know that I want to set up a debate. I'm actually free right now. If he's willing to join me. Which channel am I?
I'll join you Friday, and I'll tell you why, man. I'll tell you in a minute. I'll let you talk.
It was a business move. And I'm going to show y'all I'm the people champion. I haven't lost the debate yet, you know. And I haven't been in a debate for a while. As a matter of fact, you know, I'm going to go to his channel right now and tell him that I'm live. I asked him, do he want to debate? Because now the people that he's talking about, I could care less. I don't trust none of them guys. Like that.
Well, good, because man, I think you should expose them, Dread. You should make a video on Karen being on Jaronism and on Nathan Thompson, because why? They're the people that just got paid to talk flat Earth. And by what you're saying, and I don't know, I haven't seen your videos. By what you are saying, you could do flat Earth really well, right? I mean, you just said you've never lost a flat earth debate. You're really, you know, you've done this type of content. Why aren't you at the Flat Earth International Convention? It's not an insult. Hear me out. Why aren't you at the convention this weekend doing a good presentation? Because one thing I want to watch on this channel and I want to do a video on is Jaronism's presentation. Jaron took stuff that he said 4 years ago that has been debunked over and over and over and over again and used it at the FEIC the last 2 days. People paid Jaron $400 per ticket, $399. I showed it, in order to go in there and hear Jaron bring up an old video from 3 years ago and just regurgitate it out in their face for 40 minutes. And he made a good chunk of money. All of them did. From Robbie Davidson over to Nathan. Even Nathan Thompson got paid. They all got flown down. Owen Benjamin got flown down. They took in a lot of money here, okay? So why aren't you there? Well, I'm going to tell you why, Dredd, because question everything. These guys only hang out in their clique with people that are willing to not call each other out. People that are willing to not stand up when Nathan Thompson's doing something wrong or Karen B is threatening to cut somebody, literally threatening to harm somebody physically with a knife, and they won't stand up and say it's wrong. They won't disavow it. They all have this contract, this like thing they've done. And somebody like you who does believe in shieldom and all these things, and you should probably be calling these guys out. You should see some of these streams I've done, man. They doing some crazy stuff. All right, I'll drop it.
The flat earth, the core, whatever.
Oh, by the way, yes. Oh, what the fuck is he doing there? Get him the fuck out. Of course you can. Let me go ahead and revoke that invitation. The invites from earlier. My God, the damn... Will you get the penguins out of my Discord, mods? They're obsessed with me. No, I don't want to... I don't want to go out to dinner with you guys. I don't feel like hanging out with you. I don't like penguins. They smell funny. You guys are obsessed with me, man. Anyone that we can't identify, kick them right now. Go to the new join room and find out who joined. And if they're not represented, and make anyone in there right now joined from YouTube. If they can't go to YouTube and prove that they are that account, get them out right now. Just go ahead. It'll just take a couple seconds and let me go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and knock all invites out. No more invites. Bye-bye. Okay. Sorry, we've got penguins invading our Discord server. I just took care of it. Anytime I open my Discord, all these freaking penguins run in. Okay. I think we've made our point, Dredd. All right. So the reason, Dredd, that I didn't talk to you today, I didn't even see your comment until, like, I don't know. It was like an hour or so after you left it, and I pinned it for you. It's pinned to the top of that video so that everybody can see. I'm not going to hide it. You got it. I accept your debate. I'll let you know that if you want to rush the debate, the earliest, maybe Wednesday or Thursday, but I'd like to do it Friday, and I'll tell you why. Because my Friday night show is popping, okay? It is lit on Friday over here. You get a lot of people chilling over here Friday. So I think we should debate Friday. I think we should stream it on my channel. You can welcome to stream it on your channel. We can just stream it out to where I'll get us a really respected moderator. You're welcome to bring one of your moderators as long as they're not a penguin and not as long as they're not a troll, okay? And we'll do this thing, man. We'll do this thing live so that UNIRock can't pull any George Soros moves and hide anything from everybody. And yeah. Oh, yeah, they stink, dude. Oh, yeah, you ever been to the zoo when they got the penguin exhibit? Those things are freaking stinky, dude. Smell like fish. They smell like old stinky Karen B is what they smell. I didn't mean to say that out loud. I just saw her. Okay, so anyway, I do want to say this, though, really quick. Dredd, I am a little bit pissy with you. Because, there are a lot of people out there you could say tried to ride the coattails of this or that or this. That's not what happened with me. That's not what happened. It's not why I debunked the flat earth. It's not why I'm fighting against anti-science content. It's not why I debunk conspiracy theories. It's because I only debunk the conspiracy theories that I can debunk. I can debunk the flat earth. I have debunked the flat earth. I've debunked many stupid conspiracy theories better than any other videos out there that I've seen, in my opinion. Not Professor Dave Explains. There's several other people that I think are very good at it. I just will say that in the realm of actual evidence, yes, I think the flat earth has been fully debunked, like Pizzagate's been fully debunked, and like the whole Sandy, school thing has been completely debunked. I'd like to debate somebody on the Sandy thing, because I could completely tear that conspiracy to shreds. No one denies that I cannot completely debunk that conspiracy, because I did it live on my channel for 3 straight hours and debunked every single claim around that conspiracy. You know why, Dread? Because I love conspiracies. When you love conspiracies, though, you actually will look into them. You will tell people when they can be debunked. You can tell people when they're being sheeped out. And on YouTube, there are people out there that just love making money by taking a conspiracy topic and pretending that they believe it to open that wallet. You know how I get donations here? I get donations here by doing my show. I don't get donations here by pushing a conspiracy or by debunking a conspiracy. I've done this show for 3 years. I've done it on 2 different channels. It's always been where it's at. I'm not doing exceptionally well right now. If you compare my views to my old views, I'm doing horrible right now. I used to get millions of views per month on YouTube, provably. So, as I'll say, I accept your debate. I do want a professional moderator. I'm going to go for Steve. I'm going to try to get Steve on it. Steve, what are you doing Friday? Don't make me reschedule this, Steve. I think this will be fun. And you probably are the first flat earther that's accepted my request to debate that has a YouTube channel, and I appreciate it. But take the shit back you said about my channel, man, because I've been getting the same views for a long time over here at night on this. My upload's completely different thing, but on the show, it's always been where it's at. Flat Earth did not help my live show. Sorry. All right, next up. We don't need breaking news right now, Busy. We don't need it. Sorry. Karen B. No. I know you're in love with Karen B because you're a flat earther, Busy. Oh my God. It's not 8 inches per mile squared is not the equation, Busy. I've sat with the chalkboard and showed you this 84 times. It's a parabola. Do you know what a parabola is? I didn't think so. Sorry, excuse me for fighting with him live. Back to the show. This is Karen B. She did a stream at the end of the FEIC where she was so angry over not having the turnout she wanted, not getting the amount of money she wanted, and because of how she expected there to be a lot of people at the hotel to see the FEIC, and there wasn't a lot of people there. So by the end of it, she threatened to kill everybody.
Makes me just want to fucking hang up, actually. Bye. Peace. Fuck Zoom Truth.
I'll fuck you up when I see you. I will cut you.
She's not fucking around tonight. Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Whoever this guy is, you should be ashamed of yourself. Because, yeah, Karen B sucks. But listen to you, acting like it's all cool and stuff. It's not cool. That's scary. Look at her face. You think she's joking? She's not joking, big guy. She's not joking.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And on that note, we're going to take a break, and then we'll open up the phone. Let's go. Who wants to...
Yeah, murder. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, cold-blooded murder. That's funny, Karen.
Stuff. Now, next one that calls in, we're going to tell him to suck your fucking hairy Bigfoot dick.
You want?
Yeah, not only murder, but even other things that I can't say on YouTube without being demonetized even heavier than I already am.
To talk shit? Fuck you.
Yeah, and fuck IPS.
Right? Because we don't need that shit here. We don't need that shit here. I'll fuck you up when I see you. I will cut you.
Now, why is this so ironic? Because Karen was the one running up to Matt Stone. M. Stone. I always call him Matt. If your name's Matt M. Stone, let me know, because I keep calling you Matt. Karen was the one running up to anyone that she knew was a Glober and trolling them and talking smack to them. Well, as she said. So it's just ironic that at the end of the day, she's getting trolled by a live chat, and she's so upset that she starts threatening to cut him. And dude over here's like, yeah, we love murder around here, man. Flat Earth murder, baby. No, I mean, I thought it was bad when we were talking about Flat Earth, Grand Theft Flat Earth. Now it's Flat Earth cold-blooded murder.
I'll fuck you up when I see you. I will cut you. I'll fuck you up when I see you. I will cut you.
About it. And on that note, we're gonna take a break and then we'll open up the phone. Let's go. Yeah, and fuck IPS.
Right? Because we don't need that shit here.
Yes, you do. You need it because you live for it. So anyway, I just thought that this was super funny. Not only do we have this clip, we've got others, but I'm gonna save some of the clips for tomorrow because it's Sunday. You know, we don't usually have big shows on Sunday. I don't have team here. No one else is hanging out right now. So we're going to save some stuff for tomorrow. But speaking of Team Skeptic... Oh, wait. Oh, do I go here first? No, we go here. Team sat down with Mark Sargent. He just uploaded this video. I'm only going to play a clip from it because I want you to go to Team's channel after this show and watch Team's video, share Team's video, like Team's video, just like you're going to like this video. Okay. It's funny because Mark talks about being trolled by Jimmy Kimmel.
He made it to my session, he started asking dumb questions, he was buddying in on every interview, and he was way over the top. He acted like a really drunk, super enthusiastic flat earther. Like no one was buying it. It was like, what is going on with this guy? Well, it took us about an hour to figure out, and when we finally did, you know, we kicked the whole team out, and after that, Robbie was like,
So last year it was Logan Paul. This year it was Jimmy Kimmel. My talk with Mark Sargent was actually quite pleasant. Catch the full interview in a few days. And back to our original programming after that with a twist. So that was Team. Please go support Team. Just like you need to support Fight on Wednesday with the JM Grand Theft Flat Earth Wednesday, explained by JM. Now, not only did I think it was weird when Nathan Oakley, Quantum Eraser, and Sleepy didn't go to the FEIC. Why did I think that was weird that they didn't go? Because I've shown you clips where Oakley has been teaming up with the FE Core, advertising FE Core related things, and discussing Jaren and sharing Jaren's show. He's basically teamed up with Jaren. Now, for any of you that don't know, Nathan Oakley is the gang leader, all right? He is the head of the gang that involves Sleepy and the other people that go on the debate, like Quantum Eraser and these other ding-dongs. They are the ding-dongiest flat earthers out there, I'm sorry to say. Well, I instantly knew they would... I knew what happened the minute that I heard this stream. This stream is the FEIC damage control. So what I think's going on is all these crazy things happened at the FEIC, and Nathan Oakley's going to clean it up. He's going to take all the little searches that come in, everybody that's looking for an answer on all the drama that I've shown you, and I've shown you the drama in video form. I didn't just tell you the drama. I pulled the videos up, just like Nathan Oakley has the power to do, just like Quantum Eraser has the power to do. I pulled up the video clip and actually let you make up your mind for what you saw. Gave you my opinion. That way you knew, you know, what was going on. They didn't do that. These guys, I didn't see them pull up one freaking... No, they didn't. They didn't pull up one clip, even though all of them are out there. Everything they brought up, the clip was out there. But what they did do was lie about everything that happened. And since we just got done spending 2 days watching everything that happened, I want you to take what you've heard in my last couple streams and compare it to how it's described by these ding-dongs so that you get the whole kind of package. They want the flat earthers to only watch their channels so that they can take the horrible behavior of Nathan Thompson, the horrible behavior of Karen B, Jaren, and Robbie, and they can try to hide things that make the flat earth look bad. Well, this flat earth group, sorry, Dredd, but this group looked bad, and they want to change history. And it's so ironic because these guys say they're doing what they do for the truth so that they can get the truth out there because the globe lies and all this. And provably, I can show you with hard video evidence that that's exactly what they are doing. I'm about to hit play. I'm about to break this down for you. If you like my show, hit me on the links that I'm about to drop in the description, and let's go through this piece by piece.
It's a bunch of people just walking through casually doing, before and after presentations. So what happened was Karen B did a live stream just before that incident.
Karen B, here we go.
Where she went up to this M. Stone character, and she was like, hey, why are you here? And basically confronted him on a live stream. And he was, of course, in Jim Panda's Discord server, feeding back what was happening live. He was like, oh, Karen B is in my face. And she's like, she's asking me all these questions.
Well, what's wrong with that, Ding Dong? I don't know what Ding Dong's talking. He's got some freaking dumb, flatty Ding Dong in there running his mouth, but who cares? He's allowed to sit there and feed pictures that are public pictures into a Discord server. There's nothing wrong with that. You can't, what? That's bad to do? What? Maybe Karen's a celebrity.
And taking pictures. And apparently he was taking pictures of the conference and posting them on, I don't know, on Discord or online somewhere.
Oh, no. What a horrible offense.
So Karen B, because of that, confronted him.
Karen B didn't know that that's what he was doing, you freaking lying Ding Dong. Karen B, and I have the entire recording. I got the whole recording. Karen B ran up to him because she heard that there was a Glober there and started harassing him, calling him names and putting him down. And if you say that it's not true, go back and look at my live stream from the day before yesterday and yesterday. In fact, I'm about to just go play the damn video in a minute because there you are lying, sir. Karen did it because Karen was trying to kick out any Glober that was there. That's why he got kicked out, and that's why Team got kicked out. Even if they bought tickets, they got kicked out.
And then that must have made him mad because sometime after that is when he confronted Nathan Thompson. And
that must have made him mad. So M. Stone went and confronted Nathan Thompson later and knocked his head off his head. No, you liar, and I got video proof. Thompson went up to him. He didn't go up to Thompson. I've got video proof of Thompson going up to people all weekend. We just watched it yesterday. Thompson was the aggressor. People were just minding their business. Every time Thompson went up to him, they said, do you mind leaving me alone? I'm just trying to mind my own business. I'm allowed to be here. And Thompson harassed them. He said he doesn't care. He said he needed to leave, blah, blah, blah. Troll this, troll that. He trolled them while saying they were Globe trolls. You're lying. Why? You trying to convince the flatties? Because the flatties are appalled by the behavior of Thompson. A lot of flatties saw my streams. A lot of flatties are unsubbing from people because of how they acted this weekend and because of how bad their speeches were. Yeah, that's why, isn't it?
And slapped his hat off his head.
What? Bro, you ballers got... Man, listen, y'all got balls. Start coming at it and start slapping people.
Just one of them.
Don't listen to that guy. His name's like Chocolate Saiyan or something. He is just a ding dong. He kisses Nathan Oakley's butt every second that he can. He's in love with Oakley. He is a parrot. He just parrots everything Oakley says and does. He's always trying to earn Oakley's approval, right? He always wants a participation trophy from Oakley. And if he doesn't get it, he goes and cries in the corner. Don't listen to that guy, okay? Sorry.
Man, listen.
That could have been
Yeah, but he ran away.
The aggression.
So he wouldn't challenge Karen B, but he would challenge Nathan?
So, did you hear this? He wouldn't challenge Karen B, but he would challenge Nathan. No, actually, since we have video of what happened, Karen B wouldn't talk to him. Karen B just sat there and called him names, and Karen was trolling him. Karen didn't challenge him to a discussion. Karen yelled at him, called him names. She acted like a baby. You're lying again, sir. I know you saw these videos.
Well, I wouldn't expect them to challenge me.
Nobody's going to mess with her.
Bunch of soap opera.
I just want to add something there.
Soap opera.
If I was that M Stone guy and given that choice.
Oh, listen to this. If I now, of course, Nathan Oakley acts like it's true. He eats it up. He pretends like it's true. And now Oakley's going to tell you what he would have done if he was M Stone.
I'd probably pick Nathan Thompson over Karen as well. She'd probably kick my ass.
See? Do you see what they do here? Do you see how untruthful they are? How big of liars these guys are? They are misrepresenting everything that happened. Luckily, we have video. Maybe they don't know that we have video. Maybe they didn't get it. Maybe they didn't see the video, I guess. They're too lazy or they're too stoned. I don't know.
Karen eats Globies for breakfast.
Yeah.
Well, she didn't eat M Stone. She was scared of M Stone. And if you say she eats Globies for breakfast, is that after she cuts them up with a knife? Do I got to play the clip again of her threatening the guy with a knife? Because that's what she does. That's not necessarily debunking anything. That would be a felony. That's not debunkery. That's felonious behavior, Sleepy.
Well, Anthony, you know the legal system, and that's assault, and I'm pretty sure it's battery.
Now listen, they're not saying that Karen has committed assault or battery. They're not saying that Nathan has. They're saying that M Stone did by knocking his hat off of his head. He literally just said that it's assault and battery in the legal system for knocking his hat off of his head.
So he could have gone to jail for that if
he could have gone to jail for that. Because Globies should go to jail for that.
Actually, I could argue that it wasn't assault or battery, but I won't do because I wouldn't want to make it sound as though I'm defending him.
Well, do you hear him? Well, I would argue the truth, but I don't want to defend a Glober, so I'm not going to do it.
My understanding is any physical contact with someone else in a threatening or harmful manner is battery.
Well, battery is the contact.
It must be.
Is it now?
Must be a dead battery because there's no charge.
I was going to stop your interruption, but it was worth it.
Okay, let's skip. Okay, where we got now? We've got 1 hour and 4 minutes and 50. So here we go. Let's just start at 1 hour and 4 minutes because they say so much dumb stuff in this stream. My goodness, we could watch the whole stream and just cringe our pants. Flat Earth Debate 1021 uncut and after show.
Kind of make an example of him there and then. And I'm like, well,
who said stage?
Let me go back a little more. I think they're still 40 minutes later talking about this.
I will. I am a Christian. If I was at that conference, I would go to him on two fronts. One, the scripture and how he reads Genesis and comes up with a heliocentric. I'd like to challenge him there. And then I would challenge him on the QE video and say, there's a guy who said he has answered and you have not won all of your arguments. What say you to that? And are you open for a debate? I would do both those things right to his face.
Yeah, I'm totally fine with that. But the impression...
I don't believe you. I don't believe anyone that sits behind Nathan Oakley's mute button that would debate anybody. No.
I got when it was presented was that you wanted to get him on stage and like kind of make an example of him there and then. And I'm like, well,
who said stage?
That might work, but wouldn't it hijack the whole point of the conference, which is like networking and good vibes and all that? I mean, maybe.
How about this, Anthony? You're here, Mr. Faulkner. You wrote a book against Flat Earth. One of our own, QE, has challenged you and said that he has.
Now listen to what QE says. It is priceless. We all know that Simon Dan and Team Skeptic have been challenging QE to a debate. I think Conspiracy Cats did too. For months now. They do it all the time, and QE always runs. It's so ironic because over here, there's 3 different people that are challenging Nathan Oakley to debates, and Nathan Oakley is hiding them. You can actually go through here and about this part of the stream and see him do it. I'm not going to show you, though. Listen to what QE says after someone says QE would debate him. Listen to what happens.
answered you via email and beat your arguments, what say you? Are you willing for a live debate? Right there. That's a mistake.
I agree, but even if somebody ran up on him that doesn't even know what happened between him and QE, doesn't matter. This guy's got a book called Falling Flat, Refutations of Flat Earth Claims. If I'm a flat earther, I'm challenging you. What flat earth claims have you refuted? Thank you. Like, who are you and what
all of them. I refute all of your flat earth claims. Sorry, I'm eating. Accurately and debunk all of them easily.
have you refuted? Why are you at a flat earth conference? Meanwhile, you got a book called Refuting Flat Earth Claims. Are you out of your mind? Come on, man. Nah, that's crazy.
That was the same guy I told you about, the one that kisses Oakley's butt all the time. Yeah, go back to kissing Oakley's butt, ding dong. It's very much explainable why a debunker would want to go to one of these conferences that wrote a book. Duh. You can't think of any reasons why someone that wrote a book refuting Flat Earth would want to go to a Flat Earth convention. Are you that much of a ding dong, you ding dong?
Well,
everybody should be running up on him like, hey, guy, what's going on?
I just can't help but...
Well, we know what Karen B would say if she ran up on him. I mean, I just played a clip of her trying to do it to someone else, so we know what she would say.
Just in the interest of balance.
I'll cut you. I'll cut you with a butter knife, bitch.
As a platform for him to sell his book rather than to be challenged the way he needs to be challenged.
Sleepy, you do not get to speak here. You do not get to speak. You just did an experiment with an egg, and you didn't even measure the right force that you said you measured. You don't get a weigh in on this one, ding dong.
Like, it just seems to be he benefits from this.
Things he was in the introduction. So what if he gets a bit of negative publicity because he's claiming he can refute these? I'm about to put the other spin on it. So in the interest of balance.
Oh my God. Every time he talks, it's like he never says anything, man. He just argues semantics to a point where he never says anything.
Guy's there doing his homework on the subject he claims he can refute. In other words,
he didn't claim to refute it. He did refute it. If you guys wanted to debunk him, you could. But you won't. You'll just sit on this debate show and argue definitions. That doesn't debunk anyone. Hey, the definition of flat is that something doesn't curve. Yay, we win the debate.
In other words, he's keeping up to date with the flat earth debate as far as he's concerned, which is his due diligence, right? Well,
why isn't it your due diligence? I've been skipping through the flat earth debate for weeks now, and I've not found a single proof for a flat earth. I haven't even heard a claim for one, and I haven't even heard one debunked to the globe. All you guys do is say this, and I swear, check me if you think I'm wrong. They say that the second law of thermodynamics debunks the atmosphere, and that we must have a container because of a second law of thermodynamics violation. I've just summed up the entire argument of this channel, Flat Earth Debate, Nathan Oakley. I've just summed up the last year and a half of them talking. If I can do it in a sentence, I can show you how wrong you are, by the way, with a Google search.
Well, there's a few Globers in the audience that have definitely been pummeled here. Now,
not true. No, pummeled, well, it depends on your definition of the word pummeled, and we know how you like to change the definition of words. If we know what pummeled means to you, Nathan, pummeled means muted, yelled at, and then kicked out. Now, if you want to say that that is what pummeled is, then yes, the people have been pummeled on your show. Muted, yelled at, and kicked out. But not a single time did you ever let them make their argument because you knew they would debunk you. But keep going.
Now, according to this man, he has the answers that you failed to present to us.
No, not according to. He does. He has an entire book full of answers that scientifically refute what you say on your show every day. That's why you're getting triggered.
When you've been smashed. Now, he's out there doing his due.
Once again, if you think smashed, if you think muting and kicking is smashing, no, that's not any. In order to debunk their argument, you would have to talk, not kick them. You'd have to speak. You'd have to answer their points.
Diligence, and he's got a book claiming he can refute all of our arguments.
It's not a claim.
That's what he's claiming. So I would suggest if you...
How many times did he say claiming? Wonder why he said it that many times. Could it be that he wants his audience to walk away thinking that the book is claiming it? Could that be it? A little bit of brainwashery going on there?
You're a baller, that you too would be very interested in finding out what he claims to have refuted.
No, we don't need to find out what he claims to have refuted. We can just find out what he refuted and how bad he smashed your arguments. Then we can laugh at you while you mute people and kick them out. I mean, that's what we've been doing, Nathan. That's what all of us, that's what thousands of people have been doing for the last few months, just so you know.
Because you lot are getting smashed about left, right, and centre, and he's saying, I sit pretty here making money, while you idiots just don't know the right answers.
Well, you know, again, I'd refer to the current definition of smashing, but...
That's what he's telling the radio world.
Yeah, Baby Glober should buy his book.
No, I'm not buying his book. You see, maybe his book would have been necessary like 6 months ago, but when Professor Dave Explains did his 3 videos that didn't just completely debunk the entire... By the way, when I do this debate against Dredd that he so badly wants to do, all of my main points are going to come from Professor Dave Explains 3 videos. Dreads, I'm giving you a little bit of a sneak peek here. I'm going to prove the globe and debunk the flat earth fully with 3 videos, all done by one YouTuber, Professor Dave Explains. So if you want to get a head start on our debate, you can go watch his 3 flat earth videos. By the way, after you watch them, you probably won't want to debate me because you won't be a flat earther anymore. You're going to realize the breadth of the debunkery. You're going to realize how massive the debunk really is there. And then I think you're going to either get a cold or get sick. I mean, you're a pretty honest guy, so you might not. I think any other flat earther would dip out of the debate after seeing Professor Dave's videos, but then again, the book you're speaking of, we don't need to buy it. We've got everything we need on YouTube now. When you guys started lying on YouTube and pushing pseudoscience so hard and making so much money off of it, other people started to step up and say, you know what? We're just going to go ahead and debunk this. We're not just going to keep it in a book. We're not just going to put it in a science book. We're going to get up on YouTube, and every time these ding-dongs, misrepresent science, every time they lie about something that happens in reality, we're going to debunk them, and we're going to put this science information out, like Blue Marble, Team Skeptic, Fight, Psyman, Cats, all of them. And now we've got to the point where we can go watch somebody like Conspiracy Cats. We can watch him entertain us with comedy while at the same time fully debunking your BS, and we can have a great time doing it. That's why I continually rewatch Conspiracy Cats videos all the time. It's very amusing.
Learn his claims and bring them shits here.
Yeah. See if it was worth the $16.99 on Amazon for
No, it's free now. We can just go to YouTube.
his book Falling Flat.
Okay, hold up. Let me go ahead. Let me grab 116 here. I don't know. Maybe QE says it here at 116. I went a little early, though, so it might be coming up from there. We'll find out.
Yep.
Poor
Unfortunately,
glowbeds.
this morning it doesn't make it. True.
Yeah. Fuzzy little sods when they're all angry in the chat. Oh, I just feel like ruffling their little heads.
So, if it wasn't
Funny.
clear, FE conference. Let me try to be calm.
Okay, now QE is really triggered, and he's going to try to be calm and talk about the conference. This is going to be great. Busy? Zoom in.
I'm talking to
Well,
you.
thank you. I can't believe you did it.
When you
Well, thank
call
you.
this gentleman out, well, you didn't call him out, but you had him in the introduction to the Flat Earth Conference. He's sitting there in the audience. And all you flat earthers are there. And no one's calling this gentleman out.
Well, you guys aren't either. You guys could take his book or his audio book and actually play it and debunk it, but you can't, so you're not going to. You're just going to cry about it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
You're the fucking problem!
And with that, I'm going to say if you are watching this on the Nathan Oakley 1980 premiering stream, then...
Oh, no, that's not all I've got for you. Let's go up to 123, and here we go.
That he's not going to mention in his book, and yet says the opposite about himself on that radio show, that he's debunked and can answer all the flat earth questions.
He can. He's done it. Many other people have too. You can keep pretending if you like, but, you know, it doesn't mean it didn't happen.
So from the stage, in the very narrow challenge, one of our own, Quantum Eraser, said,
oh, here it is.
He answered your questions and he wants to do a live debate.
Well, hold on. I'm going to give me 30 seconds.
And you on the radio show said you've never lost and you can answer any flat earther. Are you up for this?
Well, hold on. Whoa. Good pause, Busy. See, one thing that these guys have done have painted this imaginary picture that somehow Quantum Eraser has debunked the globe. Now, if he did, how did I destroy all of his arguments in one swoop? I did it in a video that I did a week or two ago. Here's what QE does in case you don't know. His name's Quantum Eraser. He's Nathan Oakley's left-hand man. And he takes quotes from universities and from scientists and Albert Einstein, and he takes one tiny little sentence, and he'll put it in quotes on a Microsoft Word 1996 document, and gets up on Nathan Oakley's show and acts like he's doing a master science presentation or whatever it may be. So I did a video where I paused QE's presentations. I did it live, and then I uploaded a short version the next day. Every time that he took one of these quotes and said that it equaled a flat earth and told people how it equaled a flat earth, I paused it. I typed the exact source of his quote into Google, went to that quote, and then read down the page. What do you think I ended up reading on all of his sources? Gravity. The globe. The reason that we have an atmosphere without a container. So let me go ahead and iterate this very carefully to anyone that wasn't here a month ago. All you have to do to debunk any of Quantum Eraser's stuff is go to the source he's reading from, because those sources believe in the globe Earth. What he's doing is cherry picking a sentence and then trying to change definitions and use semantic arguments to act like he can prove the flat Earth from the University of Minnesota or the University of Dartmouth or Harvard or whatever. You got me? He can't, because he's cherry picking. If you just read on down, you see that he's actually proving the globe in all of his presentations. But anyway, this is where QE, one of his buddies, says QE will debunk this guy in a heartbeat. Let's hear what QE says in response.
Why even do that? Why not have somebody at the Flat Earth conference, Flat Earth?
Because you're the hero, QE. You're the globe terminator. You're the Terminator of the globe. That's what he says. He has this little Terminator thing that he plays, and he calls himself the Globe Terminator. You're the Terminator, QE. You're the one that should do it.
They're supposed to be competent. Just expose them themselves. Why do I even have to be there? I already gave you all the ammunition for 3.
But your ammunition was debunked by UNIRock in one swoop. I literally showed you how just pulling your sources for every one of your presentations debunks them. QE, you need to go debate people. Quit ignoring Cy Mandant. Quit ignoring cats. Quit getting scared when one of your friends says that you'll debate somebody. Get out there and do it.
3.5 years, Dr. Danny Faulkner has attended each major U.S. conference. The hierarchy of the Flat Earth Conference knows him. Personally, they have spoken.
He gets triggered again because he knows what he's doing is weaseling out of a debate challenge that one of his friends made for him, and he gets really triggered again.
To him. I know this.
Okay. Well, in that
Yeah,
case,
but
if
QE,
he's been
just
on
like
for such a
Washington.
long time, then challenge him. Say, okay.
Oh, Arwen, you're going to get Nathan mad at you, Arwen. You can tell QE does not want to challenge the guy. He just bailed out of it, man. Don't do this. You're going to get Oakley really angry, Arwen. Don't do this to yourself.
Yeah, you can sell your book here. If you're going to go in a live debate, you can't walk away from.
Well, that's the problem. You know, you guys, before you even debate the guy, you should debunk his book. What's the sense in debating him until you've shown that you can debunk his book? Debunk his book first. You can do it on this. I mean, you wouldn't have wasted, in the last week, you guys have wasted a total of like 12 hours talking about nothing. Literally. I mean, shit, at least over here, while we talk about nothing, we're having fun. We're laughing. We're making fun of people. We're prank calling Robbie Davidson at a hotel. We're going and raiding the chat of a Flat Earth live stream and causing him to have a panic attack. We're making fun of Karen B for wanting to commit Flat Earth homicide. You know, there's all these fun things happening here. Over on the Flat Earth debate, you guys literally are doing nothing. There's no value to it whatsoever. You're not even having fun. Lighten up a little bit. Anyway.
No. Right,
Why
I'm
not?
going to paraphrase
This is
what
like
Kiwi has
Washington.
said. No. Just let me do it. Because Kiwi can't do this himself because he's already done it.
Kiwi.
Give me a second, Arwin.
No. Kiwi can't do it himself because he's scared. He's afraid. Not because he already did it. He didn't already do it. Kiwi was debunked so hard that Kiwi changed the way that he does his presentations. Kiwi had to resource his presentations after I did that video. So sorry, Kiwi did not do anything here other than cower down in the corner and yell and scream like you guys always do. So yes, he should debate the guy.
So no, not go, you must be in a debate with somebody.
You know what's funny? They're pretending to debate right now. You guys realize this is called the Flat Earth debate. This is supposed to be a debate. They can't even debate with each other about whether or not they should debate someone else on a debate. Not only can they not debate on the debate, they can't even debate on whether to debate somebody off the debate on the debate. This isn't a debate.
Go up to him and say, how can you have gas pressure without a container?
Easy, it's called gravity. Thing that you guys have not debunked or refuted in any way, shape, or form. In fact, just type it into Google. Google will literally tell you how you can have gas pressure without a container. Or you could just go to Blue Marble Science's video where he shows you how to have gas pressure without a container on the surface of the Earth too. That's an awesome video that Blue Marble did. There's many ways to have gas pressure without a container. Provably. Problem is, Nathan knows this. If you want to see a full debunk on all that, go watch my video where I just shout out Blue Marble's video. You need to watch his video, but
yeah, that's the bit I agree with. I just got the impression that you wanted him on the mic, on the stand, on the stage, like challenging him like a debate style. But that would be the worst thing that could be done.
No. Oh, yeah, it would be horrible because you actually have a bunch of flat earthers that showed up for the international conference. Could you imagine an actual globe person standing up like Professor Dave explains? Could you imagine Professor Dave stands up in front of all the FEIC and does his video that he made in response to Globebusters that got like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of views? Could you imagine if that would have been shown at the Flat Earth debate? They would have lost 50% of the flatties at least, seeing the truth of what's going on.
It was on record.
Fuck. Because did my ears just deceive me? Did you just say that somebody exposing this man would be the worst thing that could happen? Is that what you just said?
No, he said that the guy getting up on stage and debating with somebody would be the worst thing that happened. You're literally assuming that someone would expose him. You can't even debunk his book. How are you going to expose him?
No. I said it sounded like he was trying to get him on stage almost, to try and debate him almost at the conference.
And you don't want the flat earthers to hear anything like that, for God's sakes. I mean, shit, you got to lie to them about what happened at the conference altogether. Gravity Act's scared that they'll lose their ace in the hole. Exactly. That's why. Now, they used to actually try to talk to people. The only reason that they do what they do now, where they lock the echo chamber down and mute people and kick them, is because they know that they'll lose their audience members if a Glober is allowed to fully sit there and explain things in a way that's not misrepresented. That's the entirety of the Flat Earth movement now. And I'm kind of glad that Dredd challenged me to a debate before I was going to do this show, because this show demonstrates why the Flat Earth is not a viable option, why it's not a real thing. This is the Flat Earth, Dredd. No, not trying to put you down, and I'm not trying to start drama with you, and I will sit and talk to you. I'll have you on my show. I'll shout your channel out. We'll have a great discussion. But this is the Flat Earth. You got me? I know you guys like to sit and do your thing too, but you guys aren't pushing those beliefs so hard. ones that are absolute lies that people want to hear, like there's a container above us and they're going to argue it, and then they're actually going to try to use science and source to a damn university to argue the container. That's what a flatty wants someone to do. Why won't Dredd do it? Why won't other flat earthers get up there and say that science proves the flat earth? Because it doesn't. Science debunks it in every turn. That's the issue, and it's done it for thousands of years. We've known this. Shit, our ancestors' ancestors knew this about the shape of the world. And it's so obvious what this is. This is, just in case Dredd is listening, I want to explain your entire flat earth movement. Maybe not yours. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't seen your videos. Let me explain what the greater flat earth movement is for you in one quick thing so that you know what you're in for when you debate me. In the beginning on YouTube, the Flat Earth movement was people realizing their videos would go viral if they did try to argue these things. Due to the algorithm and ways they could manipulate it, you could make a Flat Earth video go viral. And there's a large group of religious fundamentalists that will share videos, like videos, and seek videos out if they say key things that complement their religious fundamentalism. And after a long period of time, and after the censorship happened, after YouTube stopped promoting Flat Earth videos, now you've got a dying community that's grasping for any little thing they can get. They're literally struggling for air. They got to go outside the realm of YouTube. They got to try to push their conferences. They got to do these other things. They've done, since they don't have the algorithm to push their stuff and get extra viewers and get more donators, now they've got to go to extreme places. They got to argue really, really bad debunked arguments inside of FEIC. And then when they go to YouTube, though, Jaron won't make those same arguments, right? Because he knows if he does, he's going to get debunked, he's going to get put down, and he's going to lose more and more and more of his audience. So you do really light things on YouTube. You go and have like a radio show like Paul on the Plane does, radio show like Jaron does on the whatever network, he's Truth Frequency Radio. And that then you put out the really hardcore religious fundamentalist stuff, a place where the debunkers aren't looking. You try to direct those people into a Flat Earth convention where you've got locked doors. Then you can get your core group of donators, feed them everything they want to hear, and never have that type of, you know, nervousness that there's going to be a glober out there that'll stand up while you're telling these lies about science and say, you're wrong and I can debunk you right now. Imagine they wouldn't have kicked out. You know why they kicked out Team Skeptic? Do you know why they harassed the Globers? There's a reason why Karen B did that at the FEIC. There's a reason why Robbie Davidson got a police officer the minute that they identified Team Skeptic, regardless of whether he was behaving or not. And the reason is they did not want the Globers to stand up during Jaron's presentation or any of the other presentations and say, I can debunk you right now, because they knew their audience would get cocky. If a Glober was to do that, the audience would have gotten cocky. They would have said, no, Jaron can beat you right now. Jaron would be saying, get this guy out of here, hurry up. But the audience would be saying, why do you want him to get out of here, Jaron? You just said this all was true. You just said this all was scientifically provable. Get up there and debate him. Let him on the stage. Let's hear what he has to say. Give him your best debunk. And a Glober would have got up there and given the best debunk. Jaron would not been able to counter it. He would have probably had to hear them say 15 degrees per hour drift or interesting over and over. I showed you yesterday where Bob from Globebusters, I played a clip of Bob measuring the drift of the Earth at 15 degrees per hour. I played that clip where Bob says he measured it. Then I played a clip of him being interviewed by the news telling them that it's impossible to measure the drift of the Earth. I put those clips back to back in last night's stream. And I did it because it demonstrates what the Flat Earth movement is now, what the FEIC and the FE Core, what all of it is. They are a group that is willing to censor while crying that they are being censored. They are a group that is willing to lie and propagate while complaining about the government using propaganda. And they're doing it all because if they lose any more viewers, any more donations, if they lose any more of the movement that they've managed to grasp onto, they're not going to make enough money to keep doing these lies on YouTube. That's what the Flat Earth community is. And now I will back it up by playing Jaron's speech at the FEIC 2019, going through it with you live right now, debunking it in real time, and showing you where he uses already debunked arguments that he made years ago that have been debunked multiple times across YouTube with more views than he got on his original propaganda video. And I'm going to show it to you now to hit home to Dread, question everything, Dread, so that I can hit home what the Flat Earth movement really is before we end this out.
If I don't get to everything, then I'll do a video and we'll finish it off. So what I want to get to today is basically this overview. I want to talk about the lies, the media, the money.
Okay, Jaron, lies, media, and money say nothing about the shape of the Earth. Literally nothing.
The education, the science versus the pseudoscience, the world.
I would love to have a talk with you about science versus pseudoscience, because the definition of pseudoscience is somebody taking non or unscientific things and pretending like they're scientific to push their usually a belief or religious thing that they're trying to push. That's pseudoscience. Science is a peer-reviewed method of being able to verify what's going on in our natural world through testable, repeatable techniques that anyone can do to confirm that it's not wrong and that it does represent reality. I'd love to have that conversation with you.
The medium, the tool, the start, the nonsense, the fantasy, and the ease of that fantasy, the astronauts, the lens, and then the answer.
The astronaut, the lens, and then the answer. All on a PowerPoint presentation. And he's going to start, ironically, with the lies. I mean, God, you can go and watch him debate Aaron Ra. You can watch Jaron debate Aaron Ra, and you can watch him debate Red's Rhetoric on Steve's channel, the Non Sequitur Show. Go down to popular videos. Well, hell, there they are. Popular uploads. Let's see here. Aaron Ra and Jaronism, Battlefield Flat Earth discussion. Jaron gets completely owned. If you haven't seen this, you need to watch it. You might want to watch it. You go ahead and watch it, because Steve's going to take control of the channel sometime in the next few weeks. Then the next paycheck of Non-Sec is going to go to Steve. So any of the views you give the channel now is going to go to Steve, most likely. So Megalo Failure says the blue marble photo alone kills the flat earth. Exactly. I'll go over that when I talk to Dredd, because I guarantee you Dredd's going to try to say that every picture of the earth is fake, and I'm going to show him he's wrong. He assumes they're fake because of the continent size in some pictures versus the continent size in the other pictures. But I can debunk that in an instant. I can debunk that in a sheer second. So what else do you have that says that these pictures are fake? Other than that, what are you going to say? Well, we don't see the stars in some of them. Yeah, but you don't see the stars during the day on the earth. Why don't you? Because the sun's up there? Well, how do you know if you're not looking at the earth while the sun's somewhere dimming the stars near it? There's a million explanations for why people think that these pictures are fake when they're not fake. They're provably real. Some of them are composites. Yeah, do you want to know why they're composites? Because Dredd, any flat earther, if you knew why these pictures are composites, you'd understand why they composited clouds on some of the pictures. They used imaging to get the continents and to get the land masses and the water of the earth in those pictures, so that and then put the clouds on due to, the amount of cloud cover that was there or the method that they used to take the picture. It has nothing to do with the validity of the photo. Why? Because if you took the same method that they took those blue marble photos into a cave where there's no light and took a picture of you, Dredd or Jaron or Bob, any of you flat earthers, let's say you want to say that these pictures are fake. Why don't we take the method that they took those pictures with into a cave where there's no light and use those methods to take a picture? You're going to appear, if they try to take a picture of you with x-rays or with what other type of light, I could name many, but whatever method they would use to take a picture of you, you would appear in the picture. So does that mean you're fake? Right? If you're fake because somebody made a composite picture of you, well, then why are you walking around and talking? Shouldn't we just ignore you then if you're fake? There's a million arguments you can use. And there's another one, Flat Earth Fail, Jaronism versus Soundly, but the one you want to see, that's a good one. Jaronism versus Soundly is a good one, too. Then you've got Jaron versus Red's Rhetoric, too. Red's Rhetoric versus Jaron, Globe Earth versus Flat Earth. One of the most destructive arguments that Jaron has ever heard. He is just completely destroyed in this. I also think that Reds had a discussion with Jaron on Red's Rhetoric channel that you need to watch. We watch all these videos on my DLive channel anyway, dlive.tv/UNIRocktv, and on Periscope at UNIRocktv. In the after hours show, this is what we watch when we're not live on YouTube, because you need to see these things. If you watch those debates that Jaron is in, he gets owned. He admits he can't prove a flat earth. He admits he doesn't have a model. He admits that some of the pictures probably are real. He admits that some of the rockets that launch are real. But yet he shows up to a conference where he's paid to be there and says the opposite in front of flat earthers. You know what that's called? That's called shilling. That's what a shill is. Flatties will say, I'm a shill. Well, I can prove Jaron's a shill. He lies to a group of people that are paying him so that they won't stop paying him. That's the definition of a shill, you guys. And Jaron fits the bill to be a shill.
So let's start with the lies. The lies are everywhere, and they encompass everything. People know that. People have heard me talk about the multiple lies before.
Well, give me some examples, because all the things you've put on your YouTube channel have been debunked, Jaron. Time and time and time and time again. So you must have new points you're going to make here. If you're going to make the same points you made on YouTube, then you're just being disingenuous. You're just ignoring the debunks. Why would a truther do that? That sounds very much the opposite of a truther.
And they are many. Talking about sugar and tobacco science, public water fluoridation, global warming, climate change.
Public water fluoridation has something to do with the flat earth. Global warming has something to do with... Why would we even have global warming on a flat earth? Why don't we just push all the global warming way down there on the plane? I know. Let's make a bunch of big fans, Jaron. Let's put some big fans up in the atmosphere, right? We'll turn them on and we'll have them push all the global warming way out into the plane, so where no one lives, over in Antarctica. Hell, we could warm Antarctica up, Jaron, with your model of the earth. It'd be awesome, right?
Change, GMOs, Monsanto. You have
big pharma, medicine, GMOs, Monsanto. This is the flat earth now? Wow, I thought you were a flat earther, big guy. I didn't know you were an expert in big pharma doing these big... Look at him. Look at this guy. His parents should be proud. He is on a stage in front of people that paid $400 to see him talking about big pharma. That is where you want to be in life right there. Talking about all that stuff, right? I mean, shit, his parents probably go around and tell everybody what he does. My son talks about big pharma and Los Santos up on a stage in front of people that pay $400 to see him. Yeah, his name's Jaron. He's got a whole religion named after him, Jaronism.
Pharma and medicine making us sick, right? Rather than healing medicine of plants. And
wait, what? Now, hold on. You're telling me that you shouldn't get treated for cancer, instead you should eat a plant? What now? You're saying that holistic... You're making arguments that are sold on late-night television. Really?
Medicinal use of those plants. Healthy diet rather than, doctors and their medicine. Health insurance industry and the medical malpractice that goes on. You have the biotechs, the pesticides, the EPA, the oil...
None of this, not a thing that you're talking about, has anything to do with the shape of the earth, a flat earth. This is not the Pharma Investigative IC. This is the Flat Earth International. This Flat Earth IC, dude.
Oil industry, the education system, false history that they're taught.
No. If you're going to get up there and talk about false history, you need to go call Nathan Oakley live tomorrow and yell at him. You can't complain about false history if Nathan Oakley is going to spread lies about the history of the 2019 FEIC. And I just proved that he did, Jaron. So if you're really a truther and you're really doing this to get the truth out and it's not about money, you got to call and correct him on his show tomorrow. You got to get a hold of Oakley and correct him because he's changing history. It's called false Nathan Oakley history there, buddy. If you don't want false history, you got to correct him.
We're taught, of course, Big Bang and evolution is an absolute and total farce. Common Core math is.
Okay, so I'm going to skip ahead. I just wanted to play you what his initial grouping of claims are. And as you can see, none of it, not a bit of it, has to do with the shape of the earth. There could be a reason for that. His old discussions at the conferences used to talk about the shape of the earth. He is advertised as talking about the shape of the earth. Maybe they're just using the shape of the earth. Hey, Dredd. Hey, Dredd, I got an idea. Question everything. I got an idea. Dredd. Maybe he's just using the idea. Maybe all these people are using the idea of a flat earth to gatekeep people into their conference so they can brainwash them with a bunch of bullshit conspiracy lies. Isn't that what we're starting to see now, Dredd? You know, as a flat earther, if I was a flat earther, I would want to play what they said at this conference on my channel and break it down to kind of show people whether or not they are talking about what they claim to be talking about or whether they're spitting some type of weird propaganda at people.
A joke, student debt, and now the most recent college admission scams. You have the Federal Reserve banking system, which isn't even federal. Stock market and financial scams are everywhere. Is this a free society? I doubt it. You know, with Google and Twitter and being censored on YouTube, you're no longer allowed to use your freedom of speech. Hollywood with their alien agenda, pushing a satanic message constantly. The music industry almost doing the same thing. Kidnapping, human trafficking, child sex exploitation is everywhere, the sexualization of minors, and justice system, right, of these lawyers, the government, which means to what? Govern your mind. The mainstream media is their tool, giving us the fake news, IRS, NSA, DOD, CIA, all those things. Newspapers and magazines just being another branch of that media.
Starting to get late, so let's skip through this. I didn't plan on streaming a long time tonight, so let's get through it. Let's see what his evidence is for the things he says, and let's track the things that he says.
Go forward with the Epstein story. So think about the amount of children that were raped.
So he's literally speaking the pizza conspiracy now. He's literally going into the more extreme right-wing conspiracies at the FEIC due to the fact that if he tries to talk globe earth, he already knows he's debunked on anything that has to do with the flat. He's got to resort to these types of political conspiracies now.
H.L. Mencken said that the plain fact is that education itself is a form of propaganda. Absolutely. It's the easiest way. And guess what, folks? It's free.
Well, I wouldn't argue that you can use education as propaganda, but the burden of somebody making a claim, Jaron, if they make a claim, it is their burden to provide evidence, instances where it's happened, to demonstrate what you're saying is true. So I would say, Jaron, you need to show us where in the school system they are teaching something that is propaganda or teaching something that is fit to what you're showing, and then show evidence for that. I doubt you're going to do that here, but reading a quote just isn't going to do it.
To say docile and uninquisitive citizens. I've talked about this all the time. Think about yourself.
Okay, so let's hear your evidence. You just read the quote. You made the claim that our education system is all propaganda. Let's hear what you say parts of it are.
Being in power, you're a dirtbag, you've got a bunch of money. Are you going to teach children the truth? Do you want them to grow up and challenge you for your power, to come after your family's money? Or do you want to teach them to be good little citizens? Stay quiet, stay in your home, don't do anything crazy, let me keep my money.
I never heard in school, by the way, to stay home, to keep my mouth shut, to be good little citizens. I never heard that. I'm not joking. They never taught me that in school.
Let me keep my power.
He just moved on. Do you see? He just made an overarching statement after playing an old quote from somebody. He tries to say, because there is a little bit of truth that in the education system, there are maybe some different propaganda that's pushed in a certain part of it, which could be true depending on what education system you're speaking on and what examples you pull. But instead of actually trying to demonstrate it and be, backed by evidence, he skips ahead after making an overarching statement. Keep that in mind. Let's see if he does any part of his speech, any evidence whatsoever, if it's all overarching statements.
One of the things that they continue to teach in school at an age where nobody can figure it out and understand it is gravity.
He's just... Jaron, you've been down this road so many times. He's saying that in school, something that they teach where no one can figure it out is gravity. But there is so much known about gravity. Just because we don't know where it comes from, and we don't know where it comes from because we don't get to step outside of our universe and look in. If we want to look at like a car and see what part of the car is causing it to be pushed, we can look at it from the outside and take it apart and test it and see. We can't do that with our universe because it's just too big. We don't get to go outside the damn thing. If we could, we would be able to find out what gravity is. We're never going to know, but that's because of the nature of it. That's because it's a force that exists outside of our planet that affects everything. That's the only reason. It doesn't mean that it's imaginary, and we damn sure don't jump off skyscrapers or fly around, do we?
And this may seem silly with the strings, but I want to watch this little short clip from Bill Nye the Science Guy's old program.
You're going to play a clip from an old Bill Nye program. I'm not watching it.
Sock.
That's
what they're teaching kids.
And then he laughs and says, that was what we're it's just a kid spinning something around saying something about gravity. And then he laughs and giggles about it.
Why do you have an apple in a bag and a toilet paper roll and a string and a sock? And you tie it all together. And kids must think that means something, right? We all.
Do you see how little value is in this speech? Like, he doesn't even really make a good point. He's taking flat earth tropes that have gone viral in the past. Making fun of Bill Nye the Science Guy is a flat earth trope. It's a flat earth thing that went viral, and that's why every flat earther always talks smack on two people, Bill Nye the Science Guy and Neil deGrasse Tyson. It's something that trended, got millions of views on a couple videos where they did this, and it just got ingrained into flat earth culture. That's not the truth. That's a fad that happened, yet his discussion centers on this fad instead of centering in on any type of scientific claim, just to make the point.
All sat in school. That's it. We know about gravity now. It's just like a sock being rolled around an apple.
This is why my children will be homeschooled.
Well, here's the problem, big guy. In order to homeschool kids, you can't be an incel. You actually have to meet a girl, and then there's all these things with birds and bees and such things. You're going to have a lot to worry about before you even get to that point where you get to make that decision. I'm sorry to say, I just need to make sure you understand that. And I truly don't know if you understand that or not, so I had to say it.
Goodness gracious.
Now, isn't it ironic? What made him say that? What made the incel say that? The thing about Bill Nye the Science Guy. He sees Bill Nye the Science Guy doing a kid show and says, this is why my kids are going to be homeschooled. If I ever get lucky enough to sleep with a woman, this is why my kids are going to be homeschooled. This is one of the guys, by the way, that Nathan Thompson was continually running and grabbing and saying, hey, there's a Glober over here. We got to go harass them. And I have video evidence to prove it. This is one of those guys right here.
I won't go through the entire thing, but this is by Isaac.
You ever notice? Look, hold on. I got to make a point. Look at the end of this. In the end of this, he's like staring into his camera, looking at all the people behind him while he's doing this. Watch him.
This is why my children will be homeschooled. Goodness gracious.
He's like, I see a girl in the reflection of my playback lens. Oh, there's a girl back there. I might just get lucky and have a kid this weekend. It'll be the first time, but at least I'll get to try.
Before I won't go through the entire thing, but this is by Isaac Newton, and if you read it carefully, you'll notice that Isaac Newton said, don't ascribe that nonsense to me.
Okay, he's going to read a giant quote by Newton, of course, not realizing that did Newton believe in a flat earth, Jaron? I didn't know Newton believed in a flat earth. Holy crap, Jaron. He might have, I don't know. I'm just saying. If he does believe in a flat earth, I didn't know it.
Having something that you could just say is so true, but it may not be true tomorrow, but if we change it, well, then it's true tomorrow. So you see there, dude. Guess I can't walk over there.
Remember, this is the big guy. The reason I'm playing this is the big guy of the convention. This is the guy that you paid. If you went to this convention, you went here to see him give his massive flat earth proof because he's the biggest flat earth channel there. I'd love somebody to count the amount of ums he does too, because I mean there has to be 1,000 ums in this presentation.
So do photons really exist? Or this one here is, have you ever seen an atom? No.
Yes, people have seen an atom, Jaron. That's a lie. You're literally... Now, you've also been debunked on this. You've had discussions with people who have told you how ridiculous this is. You're alleging atoms don't exist. You're alleging they can't be measured. So what are microscopes showing us when we look down at the atomic level? Why can we make animations with single atoms? We can do that. We can make movies using single atoms on sheets of metal. Are you saying all of this is fake? Every person, because lots of people have done this, not NASA, not Bill Nye the science guy. You're making giant claims here that I guarantee if you just do a tiny bit of searching on YouTube, you can see where Jaron's been debunked on this many times in the past. It's not truthful, Jaron. Not only catching you in lies are doubly effective for me because you make the claim that everything you're doing is based on the truth and that everything you're showing these people are lies from different people. If you yourself are doing a presentation based on lies at the core, then it devalues all the other people that you claim are lying.
Just search it on Google. Has anyone ever seen an atom? The answer is no.
That's a lie.
But we're taught not just about atoms. And remember, the atom is the smallest thing that there could possibly be, right? It's the tiniest.
No, an atom's not the smallest thing, is it? Can't atoms be split into 3 things? Or am I wrong there? I know that atoms, there's, 3 different types and all that, but they can be split into 3 different things. And then if you go down, we've not only measured what atoms can be split into, what do you think particle colliders are, you freaking ding-dong? You've admitted particle colliders are real. You make conspiracies about particle colliders. You can't have a conspiracy about a particle collider if it's all just some big fake facility. So which is it? Are all of your particle collider presentations fake now? Or are you just BSing here? I mean, it contradicts your own stuff, Jaron. This statement contradicts several of your videos, Jaron.
This little thing that could ever be in existence, and they tell you what's inside the atom. Think about that. Oh, there's things orbiting, electrons, and nucleus. But the atom is the smallest thing that we can ever see or dissect. And you're gonna.
Well, now you're just taking quotes. You're literally taking things out of context purposely. You just admitted that you know that atoms are made of something, so definitely atoms aren't the smallest thing there, but you're pulling an Oakley. You're arguing some kind of weird semantic argument here just so you can make this claim and push this argument. It's very disingenuous. Very disingenuous. It really sucks that your flatties broadcasted this. You should have held to the rule for people not to record this and put it out.
Can you tell me what's inside of it? We have now Yale computer scientists coming out and saying that they quit believing in Darwin's theories.
So now he's saying that Yale, he said Yale and computer scientists. Let that sink in. The entirety of Yale and a bunch of computer scientists quit believing in Darwin's theories. And I don't know what that matters. I will tell you why it matters in a little bit. But I don't know what that matters to your Flat Earth conference. I thought this wasn't about religion. Jaron is one of the key flat earthers that started the trend of claiming that their flat earth movement had nothing to do with religion. It doesn't matter what religion you are. None of that matters because it's not a religious argument. It's a scientific argument. Jaronism started that entire BS line. Many flat earthers have picked it up since then. Many anti-science content creators bank off of that. It's not religious, but evolution's not real. It's not religious. But let me give you a Bible verse. I did this little thing in a live stream either yesterday or the day before, and almost half of all of the presentations were entirely religious presentations. And I don't mind. You want to have some religious conference, do it. But don't lie and say it's an anti... They said this is a scientific conference. I proved that to you weeks ago. On the FEIC webpage, it was supposed to be a scientific conference. So why was so much of it... pushed with the idea of religion?
Physics professors telling him that science actually points to a designer. We've got science saying now, do photons really exist? So remember, we're teaching these things to children as if they're fact and they're positive and they're so true. We look at pseudo...
Now the real agenda starts to come out. Jaron's real agenda is exposed in this presentation. Finally, we know why Jaronism has done what he's done this entire time. It all does back on religion. It backs on him being scared of the Big Bang. He is scared that if there is a Big Bang, there can't be a God. He's scared that if there is religion, it can't be a God. And if there is a globe Earth, there can't be a God. You will see that throughout this presentation, and by the end of it, you will be convinced. It's all fundamentalism. And fundamentalism is a very bad thing. I could go into it now, or I might just do some videos on it. Fundamentalism is the most extreme kind of religion. It's almost like the most feared. The people that fear their religion or the lack of religion the most, the people, like in politics. In politics, the most extreme sides are the ones that dox. They're the ones that throw milkshakes laden with cement. They are the ones that prevent people from speaking their mind and wield censorship as a weapon, left and right, on both sides, right? And in religion, it's the same thing. As a movement gets more fundamentalist, it loses that open thinking, and it stops admitting that it's religious and starts to try and convince others that it's not. It becomes more cult-like as it goes. This has been proven over and over again in many different instances. And I will say that by the end of this conference, the people that are left believing this garbage are moving head first into being an actual bona fide cult. 100%. The good thing is, because of what they did at this conference, a lot of the people that believed in Flat Earth because they thought it was some anti-science thing, they have woken up to the fact that it's just a religious movement, and they've left the movement. So the people you have left are the ones that are susceptible to joining or being part of the cult, and the ones that have left, thank God, dodged a very big bullet.
Pseudoscience, just so we understand what exactly it means. Pseudoscience consists of statements...
I'm going to read this for you, Jaron, because it'll just come out so much better being read by me. Pseudoscience consists of statement, beliefs, or practices that are claimed to be both scientific and factual, but are incompatible with the scientific method. Pseudoscience is often characterized by contradictory, exaggerated, or unfalsifiable claims, which is the opposite of science, by the way. Reliance on confirmation bias rather than rigorous attempts at refutation, the Flat Earth movement. In one sentence, lack of openness to evaluation by other experts. Again, I showed you weeks or months ago the reason why Nathan Oakley and Quantum Eraser did a presentation on the scientific method and then took out the peer review process from the scientific method and said that the peer review process isn't important in the scientific method. That's because they know that they don't want to be considered pseudoscience, and they think if they just remove peer review, no one will notice that they're doing that part of pseudoscience. Anyway, absence of systematic practices when developing theories, that describes them so well. And the term pseudoscience is considered pejorative because it suggests something is being presented as science inaccurately or even deceptively, which what I just read to you is Jaronism. it is Nathan Oakley. It is Nathan Thompson, but Nathan Thompson's more of a clown, like a pseudoscience clown. He's got the red nose on and everything. But anyway, speaking of which, the memes, oh my, the memes. You guys have impressed me. The memes in my current live stream room are just getting better and better and better and better. Oh, hold up. Let me, I gotta ban somebody here. Hold on. There we go. Let's see here. We've got this wonderful meme. This is what I ended up putting on the front of my channel here. In the bottom, it says, Nathan Weeping Willow Thompson. Doll, 8 shower heads. 8 shower heads. You guys, I think Rachel did that one. We've got What Flat Earth Does to You. This is Nathan Thompson, 2017 FEIC. Look behind him. This is what they thought was going to happen this year. Look at all those people at the FEIC in 2017. He's even got a nice, skinny, stick figure girlfriend with him. He actually has a little meat on his bones. You got me. He's wearing a nice little suit. A whole bunch of people cheering for him in the background. 2017, just 2 years later, this is what Flat Earth does to you. He is living in some other guy's house. His girlfriend left him and exposed him on the internet for being a drug addict and an alcoholic. And, yeah, this is what you become. Well, that, and then you keep lifting up your shirt to this. That's what it looks like under the shirt, you know, just to make sure you got it. Got me? 2017, 2019. See, now what I need, guys, I need one of those memes done for Jarenism. Because Jaren, a couple years ago at the FEIC, was like a, you know, skinny guy and all, and now he's turning into Bob. You don't believe me? Look at Jaren when you see him when he pops back on the screen. He is turning into Bob Nodell. Give him 2 more years and he will look like Bob's twin, and you'll know what I'm talking about when he pops up.
I agree. Nikola Tesla, of course, and thank you to whoever gave me the Nikola Tesla shirt out there. Thank you. Says, today's scientists have substituted mathematics for experiments, and they wander through equation after equation, eventually building a structure that has no relation to reality. If you think E equals MC squared has any relation to reality, get out.
Now, this is the most important thing, too. I've skipped a couple of them, but he has added a new catchphrase to his presentation at the FEIC this year. Get out. So what he does is he takes something that, you know, refutes the flat earth and his bullshit, and he adds get out after giving it to you. If you believe Albert Einstein, get out. If you believe E equals MC squared, get out. If you believe in a globe, get out. You're banned. That's something he picked up from Owen Benjamin, just so you know.
Get out. Go to the other room or something. So,
did you hear that? The audience member sitting next to him says, "You're banned."
I talk about the worldview. I think it's very important.
That's what he's turned into. This is what Jaren has turned into. So, Jaren, you have become the thing you set out to defeat. This is the proof of it. A couple years ago, when you convinced yourself that you were honest and that you were doing the right thing and that you were exposing people, there was a point when Jaren realized that he was wrong. And because of the Patreon money and because of his donations and super chats, he said, I don't care. I want the money. And now this is what you become. Do not become a Jaren, y'all. If you're a content creator and you start getting some attention, don't become a Jaren. If you realize that you're going to have to sell out what you do in order to become the next big thing that you want to be, don't sell out what you do because you end up being this guy.
That we understand that the scientists that we've been told to believe in have a different worldview than us.
Well, I've never been believe in a scientist, so I guess I can just not listen to you. I don't recall a single time in school where someone said, you have to believe in this scientist. Every single time I was presented with experiments. I was presented with evidence. I was presented with testable things Things that I could do myself if I was willing to take the time to do it. If I wanted to question something that a scientist had done that I was being presented in school, I could do it in the classroom. And if you wanted to, you could tell your teacher, well, you know what? I don't understand that. And the teacher would go deeper into it, or the teacher would even say, fine, we're just going to do the whole experiment here. I've seen that happen in school so many different times. Jaron, you lying, son. You lying.
They have a worldview where there can't possibly be a creator. We can't possibly...
He just said that because of science, there can't possibly be a creator. There is no sentence that sums up the Flat Earth movement and this fundamentalist movement than that. They are disturbed by the Big Bang. They're disturbed by science. It literally makes them think that there isn't a God. I don't know why. I've never figured that out with people. I don't know why they think science has to disprove a God. It doesn't. But somehow they've been convinced of that, so they've become this.
Be important. We can't possibly be the center. And they built an entire scientific enterprise and education system around a worldview. Okay? That's the problem. Such a great thing, Greg. I hope you're in here. Maybe Greg's in the other room. I don't know. But InfoWars finally starting to cover some of these topics. I really appreciate it.
Why do you think InfoWars finally started to cover some of these topics, Jaron? I mean, it couldn't be because you guys got a hold of Owen Benjamin, and it couldn't be that Owen Benjamin got you hooked up with InfoWars, and it couldn't be that after Owen Benjamin got you hooked up with InfoWars, you know, you guys went and talked to them. They said, wow, you've got some viewers, and we need viewers. What if we have a show that tries to get flat earthers to watch the show? You could kind of break this down to marketing, couldn't you? It's pretty obvious, because I don't know how many times I've heard Alex Jones say the earth isn't flat. He says it constantly. Talks about how dumb it was when he was on the air. I don't watch his radio show now. I used to watch him on YouTube sometimes. You get my point? You want to sit here and say that, you know, the guy that runs InfoWars doesn't believe in this shit. They're only doing it for marketing, y'all. They're desperate for viewers right now. Sorry, it's true. I don't like saying it, but it's true.
Let's listen to just
I hope Rob Dew doesn't have anything to do with that shit. Rob, I hope you don't have anything to do with the damn flat earth being pushed on InfoWars, bro. Sorry. I know Rob. He's been on my show a few times. I hope he doesn't have anything to do with that shit. Rob, do me a solid. Go freaking find the guy at InfoWars that let flat earthers up on that stuff and fire them. You need to, dude. You're losing more viewers than you would ever gain.
Because if anybody knows it's not an easy subject to talk about, it's me. You know, and I understand that you're going to get hate for it. You're going to get email after email calling you crazy. You're going to get comment after comment saying that you should, you know, never reproduce. That you should...
Well, I mean, can you blame people, Jaron? Seriously, dude. It's really easy. Why haven't you presented a model on the stage and said, that's it? We're going to validate the flat earth. We're going to present a model. We're going to present the information we need to take this seriously. Well, there is a reason you're not doing it. Because when you tried to do it, you couldn't make the model. It doesn't exist. And that's another big point I'm going to bring to Dredd when I do sit down to talk to him. There has to be a model or you can't move forward. And you're going to say, no, I don't need a model. You do. You need at least a diagram. You need at least the way it works. You need at least the most basic thing. The problem is once you draw that out on paper, then you look at it and say, wait, that can't work. So you start tweaking it. You're like, well, the flat doesn't work with the moon here and the sun there. Let's move all this around. Well, that doesn't comport with reality. Eventually, anytime you sit down to make a flat earth model, one thing always happens. You end up taking the flat earth, curving it into a globe, and then everything works. And then you're like, oh, wow, now my model works. And then that's when people shut down their YouTube channels or try to act like they never believed in the flat earth before.
The family should be gassed. This is the kind of comments I get.
Yep.
You put into a gas chamber and exterminated. So I understand that it's tough to bring these topics up, but once they start coming up and once people start looking into it, they're going to recognize the worldview. Let's watch just a short little section of his most recent video. I don't know if it's the most recent. Pretty recent.
We seem to be conditioned to think that the issue has been scientifically settled. But this is not the case. Our most popular scientists recognize.
I'm not watching this. This is ridiculous. Jaron, why is your Flat Earth International Conference 2019 presentation a constant barrage of other people's videos? Doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose of you doing a present? These people could just go home and watch these videos. You could have just gave them a playlist. Why didn't you just charge them $20 for a playlist, Jaron? You get me? If you should have done a new presentation up there. You could have just gave them a playlist. If you really liked them, you wouldn't have charged them any money. You would have said, now hold on, guys. Don't give us a week's worth of pay to come here. Because most of the people that came make the amount a week that you charge them. You would have said, I care more about you than to take a week's worth of pay. So don't give it to me. I'm just going to give you a playlist. I'm going to play these videos. There you go. There's your presentation of FEIC 2019. But instead, you get up there and you just slopped this all together so that you could have a reason to charge them money. That's what makes you such a bad person, Jerry.
When he tells you that they can only exclude it on philosophical grounds, and then he says at the end, what I want to bring into this is the fact that we are using philosophical criteria, which is what I'm talking about. Philosophical criteria is a worldview, in choosing our models, and then the next sentence.
No, you're admitting in pseudoscience right now. You're trying to mix your philosophical, your spiritual worldview into a scientific model. That's called pseudoscience. You just read the definition, dude. It literally said that in your own definition of pseudoscience. Did you not realize that when you put this, were you just slopping this together so fast you didn't realize you debunked yourself in this? Because you just debunked yourself.
This is the most important one. A lot of cosmology tries to hide that. Remember, cosmology is a science. Why would there be branches of science that are actively hiding things from you?
Well, there isn't. If you discover something in science that no one else has found, you need to take the scientific method, construct your model, construct experiments, do the test, do it over and over again until you got it worked out, put it into a report, submit it for peer review, get yourself a Pulitzer Peace Prize, and do something right. You know, though, that if you did that, once you submitted it to peer review, you would have been corrected over and over and over again. Your stuff would have been changed so much, you would eventually not get your Pulitzer Prize. You would have been shamed by the scientific community, and therefore you now charge people $400 an entire week's pay to give them a bunch of YouTube videos.
Unless it's about a world
that they already can have for free. I just want to make sure I say it, that they already can get all of this for free that you're seeing.
They're pushing their worldview and ignoring the one that matches observations.
No, that's what you're doing. You're ignoring the one that matches observations. You know this. You've had enough debates. Enough people have shown this to you. You are doing this yourself. Let's skip ahead because it's getting late, guys.
For the most part, a lot of changes. Like I said, the name itself. How about the fact that the actual
So then, listen to this insanity. He pulls up The Shining and makes the claim that in The Shining, they're trying to hide the flat Earth and hide the reason that the moon is fake due to The Shining. Yes, The Shining, the movie where Jack Nicholson loses his shit and opens an elevator full of blood. Look on the screen. I'm not joking. I just don't want to subject you to it. Then he goes into Capricorn 1. Capricorn 1 is actually a good movie. If you've never seen Capricorn 1, watch it tonight after this. You can probably find it for free on YouTube, I think. But Capricorn 1 is a movie from the 70s or something. I forget, the 60s. Basically, they try to go to the moon, or they try to go to Mars, and they go to do it, and they end up faking it. The government ends up faking it. The astronauts try to escape to let people know, and all this craziness ensues. It is the perfect movie for Jaron. I've actually done a video on it explaining how it's a good movie and how you should watch it. It doesn't mean, though, that it's real. Jaron, in order to show that it's real, you need to actually use some science and some evidence, which you can't do. You get debunked. So I'm starting to think that Jaron watched this movie 4 or 5 years ago, got all paranoid schizophrenic for whatever reason, and has created this entire thing out of it. And it just went viral and caught a
Check it
fad.
out if you don't know what it's about. It's about them faking a mission to Mars. One of the funny things, if you look in the lower left-hand corner of the movie image there, it's funny that it's Mars, but that's a lunar lander on the moon. But
it's called a lander. It's only... Listen, Jaron, I hate to be the person that has to explain this to you, but a lander becomes a lunar lander if it lands on the moon. A lander becomes a Mars lander if it lands on Mars. Hey, Jaron, guess what would happen if a lander landed on Venus? You tell me, big guy. Send me an email. Let me know what the lander would be if it landed on Venus, will you?
Called Capricorn 1. It was about a fake Mars mission. What he says there is he says...
He's like, it's a lunar lander on Mars. Jaron, are you that dumb? What? A lunar lander on Mars? Oh, it landed on a moon of Mars. Oh, it didn't? It landed on Mars itself? Okay, this is just wrong, Jaron.
Remember, this is somebody who worked for CBS TV, eventually quit.
Ascension is another miniseries that Flatties would love. Watch it and see the twists and conspiracies that would come out of it. Is it? Yeah, Ascension, I'll watch it. I love science fiction like that. I really do. I'll watch it. I will.
Movie, he says, we sit there.
Keep an eye out on my channel, UNIReview, for my Mandalorian review coming out soon.
Watching this box all day, talking about the TV, and somehow we believe what it tells us because we see it. We're trained, conditioned.
Jaron, oh my God. He just said that we watch this box all day called the TV, and we believe what it says because of repetition. Do you not realize, Jaron, that that's exactly what they're doing to you? They're watching your YouTube channel on a box, on a TV. You are repeating these debunked things over and over and over again, and they're just believing it due to this, due to their view. This is cringy at this point. Not only have I shown and proven where you've debunked yourself several times in your own presentation, not only is that compounded by the fact that people paid $400 freaking dollars to go, a person, a piece. Not only is that compounded by all these things, but then you end up exposing yourself for the reason why people are there to see you, due to the repetition in your videos and the fact that you're up on a screen.
In that way. I know it can be a very biased machine because I've worked for it. I worked for it during Vietnam, for instance, back in the 60s. Before I...
What? Wait, has Jaron lost his mind? He just said that I know the TV is biased because I worked for it. I worked for the TV back in the 60s during Vietnam. You weren't alive during that shit, bro. And the 60s wasn't Vietnam, was it? Yeah, it was, 69. So tell me again that you worked for the TV companies in Vietnam.
Somehow we believe what it tells us because we see it. We're trained, conditioned in that way. I know it can be a very biased machine because I've worked for it. I worked for it during Vietnam, for instance.
He just said I worked for it. Wait, so Jaron was how old are you, Jaron? Wait a minute. He said that. He just said it. I swear to God, he just said that he worked for the TV during Vietnam. I've just solved it. Jaron's lost his damn mind. Custom Winder said yes. Jism lost it long ago. He did. Oh my God, he lost his mind. I kind of feel bad now. I kind of feel bad for making fun of him as much as I do. The dude's crazy. He's batshit freaking totally crazy. We need to freaking take this clip and blast it everywhere. I got to hear it again. I'm almost like shocked.
In that way. I know it can be a very biased machine because I've worked for it. I worked for it during Vietnam, for instance, back in the 60s. Before I went, there were all these televised interviews with soldiers who kept saying...
He just said before I went. Jaron, you're old enough to go to Vietnam? No, you're not. You told me you were 30-something.
Back in the 60s. Before I went, there were all these televised interviews with soldiers who kept saying it may be a dirty little war, but it's the only one we've got. Come over here, see the one...
No, he's not quoting somebody. I mean, he's not. I swear to God. He went from talking about how the TV uses repetition to program you, and literally goes into saying that he went to Vietnam and worked for the TV stations in Vietnam. I swear to God, dude, I didn't hear this last time I listened to this, though. Let's play it one more time. Now, I got to hear it from the beginning one more time. This is too much.
For instance, back in the 60s. Before I went, there were all these televised interviews with soldiers who kept saying it may be a dirty little war, but it's the only one we've got. come over here, see the.
Oh, hold up. He's reading a quote. Damn it, I was hoping he lost his shit. Somebody said he's reading a quote. He was. Damn it.
I probably could go on forever, guys, just so you know, and I don't have a clock. So I'm going to keep going until somebody pulls me.
No, we don't want to hear you keep going, Jaron.
And I think that would just.
Oh no, does he really go into this? Okay, we got to hear this because this is where it gets uber cringe. Because he's been debunked on all of this. He has been 100% debunked on all of his stuff about Mars, astronauts, the moon, and the space program. For him to even use any of this stuff is appalling.
Mushrooms grow on Earth. They don't grow on Mars.
I know, right? It's like, whew! We dodged a bullet there. I almost thought Jaron was in freaking crazy La La Land.
But by getting this.
Yeah, no, you're right, William. He's still crazy. We're not going to take that from him. He is still crazy, okay? I'm with you here.
Information out there too much, people would start to recognize, maybe Mars is possibly on Earth. Anybody.
Gravity says, let's just pretend he went. Okay, I'm with you.
Remote control car, driving around Mars. Get out.
He just said it again. If you believe that they have a remote control car driving around Mars, get out. You're banned. Just want to make sure you understand where Jaron has resigned to.
This is a funny image that, and I think people brought this up many times, Rob Skiva and other people, and I think it was Rob that actually found it, that when he took it into, now when I first saw this, and I said, that's unbelievable.
This has been debunked, Jaron. This is a condition of compression. You know how I know? Because I literally watched it, and I know you've had this sent to you. So why is it that there is a tiny little square around the Earth? Well, guess what happens if you go to the NASA website and download the original image? Not the smaller image. They've got an original image that's like huge. It's like, I don't even know the pixels. It's bigger than even 1920 by 1080. So it's bigger than high def. It's this huge picture. It's like 3,800 by something. You download that picture and put it into Photoshop and then turn on the inversion. It does not do this. But if you take a compressed, smaller image of this, it will show these artifacts. Now, Jaron had this debunked a very long time ago. A very long time ago. This is what I did. I had people on my main channel bring me this shit over and over and over again. And I didn't just buy it. I didn't just believe it. We would do long live streams where we'd sit there and be like, okay, I'm going to go get the image that Jaron linked to. I'm going to put it in Photoshop. I'm going to invert it myself. And I'd see this and I'd be like, this is too weird. There's no way that they superimposed the Earth onto this. And eventually somebody did a video and said, here's what you do if you want to get this right, Jaron. You go download the original image, the big full image that experiences no compression, and put it in Photoshop. And I'll be damned. You go, I did it live, I think on UNIRock 2 in the very beginning of this channel when I had 800 subs. You grab the original image, you put it in Photoshop, you invert it, and it doesn't have these artifacts. That's how people end up getting fooled. The problem is, why would people still be fooled by it this long? Because people like Jaron don't care. People like Jaron don't care that they've done something wrong, and that's what's making these things happen. He doesn't care that he's lying about what happened with our space program. He knows that it may be. Now, here's my theory with Jaron, and I'm going to have to end this, guys, because we're going long, and I want to go through every bit of his presentation. We'll pick up next time at the 48-minute mark, because I'm going to completely smash this whole damn thing. But it's getting late. So, Jaron, let me just sum up what Jaron does. I think that if Jaron didn't have 150,000 subscribers and make pretty good money from Super Chats, and if he did not have a Patreon page that has $2,000 a month given to him on it, I think he would admit that that he knows the truth about this image. I think he would admit the other things that I've told you about. That's why he never, if you ever see his new videos, you ever see his new presentations where he's not protected like he is at FEIC with all the Globers kicked out, then you notice that he won't, if he isn't protected, he won't go into these debunked things. He knows it, but he knows that if he doesn't play this role But he doesn't play this act that he's created called Jaronism, then he won't continue to get the $2,000 a month. And besides that, very long ago, Jaron used to make much more money than $2,000 a month. He used to make probably triple that just from Patreon. I don't know, but it was really big. He made a lot of money in ad revenue. He was around long before demonetization, so he got to make bank off his videos. And he was way more cocky back then. He's not even cocky anymore. You can tell by his tone. And you know when it happened? It happened when Red's rhetoric stood up to him. There was a point where he debated Reds and then went on Red's channel and talked to him, where the old cocky Jaron that knew he was right and knew that he was being lied to and had this whole air about him, after talking to Reds, it all changed. He became defeated. You can see it in his face. You see it in the way he sits. You can see it in every picture of him afterwards. He used to be this guy that was just so confident in everything he did, and it eventually worn down. And it was Red's rhetoric destroying him, showing him, bro, you're lying about these rockets. Red's debunked him live in real time with Jaron on the line so many times that Jaron just woke up to the fact that he was wrong. So now he's formed a protected and perfectly formed argument that he can make that hits enough of his viral conspiracy tropes that his audience needs to see to keep donating and clapping and caring. And him knowing that he's lying about it has created a person who has, turned into what he is now. The epitome of what he sought out in the beginning to defeat. A liar. Somebody that is pulling the wool, using propaganda over people's eyes to make a paycheck every month. And it's pretty fucking sad if you ask me. Pretty sad. Because if this dude, just imagine if Jaron alone, imagine if he would stand up, look his audience dead in the face and tell them the truth. Accept where he's been debunked. Hear out other people that will show him where he's wrong. Educate him on the things that he is lying about. Imagine if he would get up and tell his audience the damn truth. The rest of the flatties would die off, in my opinion. All right. I'm going to go ahead. I'm not done yet, but we're going to round this out. I just want to let you guys know how much I appreciate you. I want to let you know how much I really appreciate all the other creators out there and all of you guys for watching. I try to do this every night. I'm probably going to take a day or two off coming up this week. I'm going to do the whole sum up for this stream in just a second, but I need a break. I need a short 30-second breath, and then I'm going to end this out. But I want to make sure you guys know how much I appreciate you. And I'm going to be giving more presentations like the one you heard tonight, where I fully destroy all of these fuckers. Right back at you, big guy. Love you too, really, and I mean it, man. So look, as much as it would tickle my fancy to be able to believe in the crazy conspiracy theories that are all around us, I'm sorry to say it. Appreciate you, man. 99% of every conspiracy that you hear is fake. 99% of them. Now, that's the conspiracies that you hear that aren't on YouTube. 99.999999999% of everything about conspiracies that you hear on YouTube is absolutely bullshit. Now, there are some really good conspiracies out there. We can't talk about them. We aren't allowed to. There are conspiracy theories that you can back with hardcore evidence that doesn't 100% prove it, but definitely meets the burden for it to be questioned. They're very rare. That's what makes them valuable. That's what makes them worthwhile. The irony is people like Dredd and others look at what I do and they say, oh yeah, you hate conspiracies, UNIRock. You just think they're the worst thing ever. And you get up there and you immediately think every one of them's fake. No, I think the ones that are fake are the ones that I can prove that are fake. I can prove to you where somebody like Jaren is making a bunch of bullshit up, and you want to tell me, oh yeah, no, the earth really is flat. Jaren's just one shill that came out and abused it to try to make money. There are 1,000 Jarens. There's like 3 people out there that actually believe in the flat earth that didn't bump into Jaren or didn't bump into Nathan Oakley. You got me? So my point is, where do we go as a society when we just keep letting people like Jaren spoon feed the gullible? And the truth of the matter is, most of the people that buy into conspiracies like Jaren or like pizza conspiracies or like Q conspiracies, they are people that are too busy working to feed their family to actually have time to sit down and check it, that have time to pull all the evidence. It took me months to debunk the Q conspiracy. It took me even longer to debunk the pizza conspiracy. Why? Because you got to surf through thousands and thousands of claims to be able to get to the core claim that actually shows whether it's true or false or has any merit whatsoever. It takes so long. And that's why I'm here. It's why I do this. And when I moved into Flat Earth, Dread, question everything, when I moved into the debunking the Flat Earth, it wasn't just something that I chose to do, or it wasn't something that I did for views. I did it because it was imminent for me to come here and destroy this, okay? After just seeing a little bit of what I've seen. It's fake, bro. Like, look out there. Yo, yeah, in order to believe it, you've got to consider that every picture of space is fake. What about the shit that I send up? What about something that Red sends up? What about something that students send up? There comes a point where you have to wake the hell up, people. I don't care if you hate conspiracies. I don't care if you love them. This shit is stupid, along with the other conspiracies that I've debunked and that I've shown you to be fake. You think... Now, the other premise here is, maybe back in the original YouTube, back when it wasn't about censorship and anyone could monetize anything and all that, maybe some real conspiracies slipped through the cracks back then. But if the government really wanted to hide something from you, why would they allow a person on YouTube now, where there is just censorship out the damn yin-yang, to not be fully deleted the instant that they reveal the horrible secret to the world? The sheer fact that Jaren's channel exists, Oakley's channel exists, completely debunks them on the most basic level. But if you want to get complicated, I can hook that up for you too. All right, guys, I can't keep babbling. I'm heading over to DLive to do a little bit of a calm down stream for the night. Got me? I'm going to go over there and chill. I got some videos I need to watch. Can't watch them on YouTube. Get copyright strikes and shit. I want to go over there and watch so that I want to watch with you if you have time. So come over to dlive.tv/UNIRocktv. If you're busy, if you got stuff to do, it's okay. If you do want to hang out, jump over to DLive. I watch the videos there so that I can be prepped for content over here on UNIRock too. I'm going to be uploading this week. I've got a lot of uploads scheduled. I've got uploads on my other channel, UniReview. They're just not done yet. I'm working on the Mandalorian episode 1 and 2 review. Keep an eye out for that if you like any type of stuff like that. UNIReview, it's on the sidebar. And I've been uploading to my gaming channel the last couple days. It's called the Rock-A-Lot. You'll see it on the sidebar. Don't go there unless you like gaming stuff, and don't go to my review channel unless you want to hear a review. I'm not trying to, dupe you into giving me extra views or anything. If you do want to see it, though, go check it out. And I'll see you on D Live. And the last thing I'll say tonight, other than if you want to support me, please hit the like button. And thank you for watching, of course. That's the thing that helps us the most. But if you do like us a lot, consider joining the channel. And if you want to donate, you can do it on PayPal and Streamlabs. The link will pop up in the chat. But the last thing I'll say, Dread. I very much appreciate you challenging me to a debate. I accept your debate. I will debate you with a good moderator. If it has to be professional, we're going to do it professional. And we'll do it. I'll broadcast it if you want me to, or if you want me just to upload something on it later, I'll do it. I will talk to you about it. We will schedule it hopefully for this weekend or sooner. And I just appreciate you being cool about it. But one thing I ask, let's be cool with each other going through the debate and then after the debate, because I'm going to get cocky. I'm going to completely destroy your flat earth. It will be bleeding into the gutter, dying by the time I'm done with it in this debate. So I just want you to know, just because I slay your flat earth does not mean I don't like you or hate you or anything like that. But you probably aren't going to like me that much after I get done with it. I'm just going to say that up front. I am going to fully slay your flat earth. And the reason I can say that right now is because the work's already been done. The work's done. It was done by Professor Dave Explains and many other good people. And we are going to curb stomp the flat earth when we debate. See you then. See you on D Live. I love a friendly challenge. I'm a competitive kind of guy. I'm excited. This is going to be fun. Hey, thanks, War. Good to see you, buddy. Megalo failure, $2. No twerk. Maybe soon, buddy. You got to keep an eye out for it. Maybe sometime soon.